welcome. How are we all doing? Welcome to the Natural Havoc channel, where a group of Twitch streamers come together and we play the Dungeons and Dragons. We are going to be playing the 5e system as always, with a few homebrew added rules in. We are going to make plenty of mistakes, so just bear with us because, you know, we're going to make mistakes, you're going to laugh about them, and then it'll all be good. We have an announcement today, a very big, super important announcement. It's Smitty Jane's birthday today. So can we give a little congratulations or happy birthday in the chat, please, guys? Let's share some love to Smitty for her birthday. And you know what? As it's your birthday, Smitty, why don't you take it away and tell us where we can find you?
Thank you, Onion. I appreciate it. I just like to start by saying that these guys all sang happy birthday for me before we started stream. And the beauty of Discord is that everybody's trying to match the timings, but the delay doesn't make it happen. So what happens is you have 6 voices all going a second after each other going happy birthday. It was great. It was great. Anyway, yeah, you can find me on other days on Smitty Jane on Twitch doing a lot of Breath of the Wild at the moment, but also looking to get the new Pokemon remakes and Legend of Arceus. So still kind of a variety streamer, I'd like to say. And I don't know, where do we go from here? I don't usually do this. Who wants to go next?
You know what? It's already chaotic, so let's go to the other corner of the screen. Him, take it away.
Oh damn! I was hoping for Eagle, but yeah. No, my guys, my name is Tim. I'm the male half of Team Logic NL, and I'm well playing Arcturus. We just sang for Smitty, which was purely chaos. It was magnificent, and I hope it's going like that in the game. As Smitty, I am also a variety streamer currently in RimWorld, but I'm also looking out for the Pokemon games. So a lot of fun stuff in the future. Let's go.
And from there, we will go to the other side of the screen and go to Eagle. Go, take it away.
I like being last. It's your boy, Eagle. I'm here today. I am here. I am here. Happy birthday, Smitty. Happy birthday to everybody. Hello, I'm Eagle. I'm a variety streamer. I play a lot of crazy things. I play Pokemans. I play DBD, Dur with friends, and I do a lot of things. And I do D&D on Fridays. Whoa. And hello, how's everyone doing today? Great to be here.
Yeah, and soon to be a Clash of Clans streamer, I hear. And to the other side of the screen, we have Zeb. Zeb, take it away.
Well, hello there. I'm Agent Zeb. You can usually find me in the mornings from 8 to 12 during the week, and I actually play variety. I play strategy, I play RPGs, I play anything that has like magic and adventuring and all that. Currently kind of stuck on playing Wilderness, Witcher 1, and at some point the other ones, and Tomb Raider. That's more or less the content.
If you ever get to Witcher 3, it's like my favorite game of all time. You're gonna love it. And to the other side of the screen, we have, well, I guess it isn't. Lan, take it away.
Yes, hello everyone. For those of you that are still watching and aren't completely turned off by all the chaos going on, my name is Lan. I am the female half of Team Logic, and you can find me on Mondays and Sundays. Sometimes. I stream mostly RimWorld, but I'm also very much looking forward to the new Pokemon stream, Pokemon games, and I also play a bit of Dragon Age. So.
Awesome. And the other side of the screen to Lan, we have Creed. Creed, take it away.
Hey everybody, it makes me anxious going last, but I'm a variety streamer just like all of us here. Currently playing a lot of Apex off stream, but I'm going to be doing them on stream. I just need my skills up to par again with the new fucking huge map. But yeah, come follow me and Guildmaster Creed.
Awesome. And if you like mediocre content from a mediocre gamer that has mediocre overlays, you can find me, the Onion Soup. I am Gracious DM here, but I play all sorts of things as well as the Pokemans and the Durbadurs and all the other good stuffs. So yeah, come along. And as everyone else said, I think everyone's getting the new Pokemon game. I've got mine on pre-order already, so hopefully it'll come soon. Awesome. Cool. Well, that's everyone. Yeah, happy birthday to everyone else, apparently, because Eagle said happy birthday to all of us.
Yeah, we're all a year older.
Happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday, chat.
It's not your birthday.
Yeah, so, yeah, why don't I can hear fireworks going off madly around me right now. Yeah, let's kick off with the recap. Can you guys hear that? Or are you good? Is it all good?
Celebrating Smitty's party. It's
Okay,
fine.
cool. Yeah, they're all celebrating outside, Smitty.
Bonfire night. It's bonfire night.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It is. Yeah, so let's kick off with the recap for session 13?
Is it 13?
Yeah, 13.
13.
Thank you. Wow, that's a lot of sessions. Okay, cool. Session 13 recap. So let's kick it off. The party found themselves leaving the town of Ashendale after agreeing to help with their current gnoll problem. They headed out toward the stronghold. Donros, who had been helping the town over the past few days, had recently located the site of the gnolls and was to lead the party there and deal with them. The party travelled 4 hours through hilly fields to finally arrive at a barricade with 20-foot-high walls with wooden spikes fortifying it. They also noticed the gates were completely destroyed, and within the walls lays dead a 15-foot-tall familiar face. The hill giant's corpse was being harvested for flesh, and the gates were being slowly repaired. During which, Donros took the initiative and struck one of the archers guarding the fort's front entrance. As the fight broke out, the party busted through the gates, killing the gnolls, and became victorious, with which they noticed a handful of gnolls were protecting large groups of tents. From within, you could hear the whines and whimpering of injured gnolls from the previous hill giant fight. The party freed a handful of prisoners from makeshift cages and were informed that the others were taken within the cave by a red-skinned man with horns and wings. As they approached the entrance, they saw a gnoll guarding it. This gnoll was a little different from those before it, as it had a branding of a red sun with a black tower in the center, and mist covering his eyes. The gnoll threw down his weapon as they approached, and he led them further into the cave. They saw many gnolls mining and trying to build shelters within. But after traveling through the cave system, they finally came across a chamber with red arcane symbols littering the floor. Within the symbols were 4 prisoners sat down awaiting their fate. Beside them was the red-skinned, horned and winged individual by the name of Ashrial. He posed the party with a dilemma. Ashrial wished to make an exchange. He wanted to leave peacefully without having to get into a fight, and in return would gift them with a favour for which they can call upon whenever they like. He explained to them that killing him here in this plane of existence would do nothing but waste his precious time. After debating with him for a while and causing a huge rift amongst the party, they came to an agreement where Ashrial would leave and the party would take all 8 prisoners back to town with them. As the party left, a few of them decided to discuss their actions, and a heated debate broke out. Nightfall is setting in, and the party have just arrived at the outskirts of Ashendale. So we're going to cut straight back to the party as they're walking through the fields, coming up to the barley and the wheat fields just outside of town. You can see just on the horizon, just a little bit further away, the lights of the town and the roofs as night really starts to settle in. So I'll take it over to you guys. What's happening?
Not much, I guess.
We're just all silent because of the argument.
I think everybody's angry.
Yeah.
Well, as there is this clear divide, we'll say Maeve and Donros have stormed ahead just a little bit, kind of drifted to the sides, away from one another, as the rest of you awkwardly walk in between them, just looking from left to right, seeing them both a little heated and a little angry still. As you guys continue to walk, you follow the pathway until eventually you go past the fields and come to the bridge which leads you into the town from this direction. As you arrive at the bridge, you notice a figure stood in the middle of it. This figure is probably around about 3.5 foot tall. He seems to be wearing a cape of some sort, which is much too large for him, and robes. And you can see he's carrying a satchel, which he's dragging across the bridge out of town.
He's carrying what, sorry?
A sack, like a big sack of stuff, and he's like, it's too heavy for him to carry, so he's like dragging it.
Do we recognize at all who that is, or have we seen them before?
Why don't you roll me a perception check?
I'm going to do that as well.
Go for it. Anyone that wishes to.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Nice. Okay. So I would say in this scenario, what makes sense is Maeve is frustrated at Donros still. Donros is frustrated at Maeve, and they've not noticed really the figure too much, because every time they look at the figure, they see the other person looking at the figure, and then they both look at each other and they're just like, ah, and they're kind of like, they're giving each other this kind of like, damn you sort of like vibe. Arcturus and just Arcturus is also watching Donros and Maeve as opposed to the figure, and he's just kind of like, ooh, like, is it gonna kick off? And while this is going on, Shion, Erhard, and Contessa, the three of you do notice the figure. You notice he is green of skin. He looks a little bit muddy and ruddied. His cloak and garbs look a little tattered. And you can see, like, knife-like ears sticking out of the hood.
Guess I just wave him down.
I do love the locale here.
And, as you... So you just start waving towards him?
Yeah.
And you just hear some, like... incoherent mumbling from this being as he drags the sack over the bridge, and as the sack kind of like hits the dirt, he seems to be having an easier time of dragging it from that point onwards. It's like the slats of the bridge were making it a little harder for him. And yeah, he starts dragging it and he puts it to the roadside, and he stands there, and you see him put his hand on the sack and then a hand on his hip, and he just looks at you all, and as he grins, you just see a row of like sharp white teeth.
Can I have Olaf kind of like, he's still summoned, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I kind of have him fly closer to him if he can notice anything in particular, maybe smells from the sack, or I don't know what might be going on?
How far are we from him?
I would say at this point you're probably about 100 feet. So you're not within like talking distance yet, but if you wanted to shout towards him, you could do. But Olaf flies on over, and you see him notice Olaf in the sky, and he like watches him and then looks back at you. And from this distance you can definitely tell it's a goblin.
I just keep approaching.
Mm-hmm.
All sorts of disgusting people in these lands.
Do you have that down where you come from, Shion?
Sorry, darling, I didn't catch that.
Don't you have those kind of creatures where you come from?
Maybe in the mines of Krakadu, not really in the circles I move in.
Too bad. Diversity is such a wonderful thing.
Absolutely, darling. Did I ever tell you our king is a lion?
Oh, is he?
What?
And he's not a slave?
Of course not, darling. He's our king.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Interesting.
And as you guys are still moving along, you get a little bit closer, probably about 50 foot to this point, and you just hear he starts to heckle you, and he's like, "Come, yes, I have shinies for sale. Yes, come."
I know. Stop crying out loud. Sorry.
And as you all begin approaching, he's like, "Yes, me Ogrognak have shinies for sale. You have shinies? I have shinies. You want shinies?"
How much? For how much?
Well, we trade shinies for shinies, no?
I also have shinies.
Oh, shinies. I like shinies. Yes. My name Ogrognak.
Hello, little guy.
Hi.
Where did you
Hi,
come from?
Ogrognak.
Me? Oh, I came from Ashendale. They not like Grognak. They be like, oh, Grognak, why you do this? Oh, Grognak, leave the town. Oh, Grognak, stop stealing doorknobs.
What did you do? Why did they make you leave the town, Grognak? That's where we're heading.
Oh, well, Grognak came here because he got kicked out of his town. His town be like, oh, Grognak, why you destroy the town? Oh, Grognak, why you destroy your house? And Grognak was like, I didn't do that. I went for a stroll. Yes.
So who did that then?
I don't know. I come home, my house fell over.
Your house fell over?
They blame you as like kind of like
Did you-
how tiny he is.
Wait, sorry, what was that, Creed?
I said they blame you as I gesture how tiny he is.
Oh, Grognak strong, yes.
Yeah, so why do you think they suspected you of that?
Well, Grognak said, I'm done with this town. Me go to find new friends. I know of secret place. I take new friends to secret place. We kill a monster. Grognak strong.
What did your new friends do?
Kill monster.
Yeah, but just the
Where?
monster?
Well, kill monster, destroy its home. Yes. No more monster come if home destroyed.
Where
Where
are
was-
your new friends now?
I don't know. Grognak lost them. Grognak went back to town to get his things, and then they be like, Grognak, why you do this? And I be like, Grognak, don't know. I did nothing. Where's my stuff? And they be like, you destroyed the house. And he be like, oh no.
Right. Can you tell us about Ashendale then? You were from there, right? You came from there?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about Ashendale? Like what's going on in Ashendale?
They be like, big gnolls come, raid their farms. I be like, that's bad. They be like, people don't live in these houses anymore. I be like, I take doorknob. Shiny, yes.
Okay. Is that all you know of anything?
Yes.
So what do you have to sell besides doorknobs?
Oh, look! And he reaches into his bag and he pulls out what looks to be like, like a library bell. Like, you go to a library, you ring, like, the dinging bell, like, in some shops as well. He has one of them, and it's, like, purely made of brass, and it's, like, super shiny. It's like, big shiny, yes.
Do you know that stealing is bad?
But they told me no one live in house, which means no one own doorknob.
Oh, you very clever.
To be fair, the villagers have been taken from those homes anyway, so I don't really care if he did.
Don Ross is like, he doesn't want to hear that. He's gonna walk straight to a tavern. He's gonna find a tavern. He's gonna go find a tavern.
Yeah, as you start walking off, Grognak points at him and says, big elephant have no taste. Grognak has good wares.
I like this guy, and
You ignore it.
Does
Can
he still
I
have the
just-
bell out?
Yeah, he's still got the bell out.
can I
I'm
just
just
pull
gonna ring it a bit.
Can I just pull out the silver jewelry set that I stole from the hags? God knows how many sessions ago.
No.
And you like shinies? I like you. I'll give these to you.
You want to trade? Grognak has many things.
What else do you have?
And he reaches into his bag and he pulls out a brass bottle cap. Grognak has shinies. No, he puts it back in and he pulls out a golden pen and he's like, Grognak has more shinies.
Have that. I'll trade that with the silver jewelry that I have.
Thank
here.
you.
I just give it to him.
And he just shoves it in the bag. He doesn't really look at it, he just shoves it straight in. Well, Grognak done business today. They say Grognak has no business sense. Well, Grognak proved them wrong.
Do you have a
Guys.
special item, Grognak?
Yes? You have some shiny to trade?
Mayhaps if you show us first.
Okay. And he puts both hands in, and you can hear him struggling as he pulls out a 2-foot tall bust of a human head made completely of brass. See, Grognak has this, very heavy.
Darling, you seem like you have a nice mantelpiece to put that on.
No, my house got destroyed. I need new house. New mantelpiece. Mm-hmm.
Talking to my dear friend here, surely you can buy some from Contessa.
I don't think I could carry this all the way to Essen, and I don't want
You
to.
look strong, stronger than Grognak.
Guys,
Yes.
should we ask if Grognak would like to join us in the tavern tonight at least?
Oh no, Grognak not go back there. They don't like Grognak. Grognak only take brass doorknobs.
Such a pity, this man is hilarious.
You should.
Yeah.
You can convince them to let you stay the night.
No, they say give back brass doorknobs. Grognak says no, they mine. You want to trade? They say no. He says okay.
But they do belong to the town.
No, they belong to nobles who left town. Mm-hmm. They left town. They left stuff. Grognak finds stuff.
It's part of the door of a house.
Where they should have taken door.
All right, little man. Anything else you have in there in that wonderful little bag of yours? Do you mind if I have a look?
No, this is Grognak. See? Name. And he points to just a scribble on the side of the sack.
Well, that says Erhard.
No, it says Grognak.
You sure?
Can I try to persuade him that it says Erhard?
What are you saying? And hey, you know what? I will
Wave
let
your
you
hair,
attempt this.
Contessa. Wave your
Yeah.
hair.
I will let you attempt this, but I need you to explain how you're going to convince him.
Erhard, do you have any idea?
Well, I'm pretty sure. Don't you have like a piece of paper somewhere where my name is written on? We can show him.
Do you actually?
I just bought a pen of him, darling. You need it.
I don't think I
Yeah.
have any parchment, unfortunately.
I don't have any parchment either. No, I don't.
I have a chunk of tree bark. We can write my name on that.
Some parchment, and I'll just.
Oh, no, see, we're gonna convince him by
pen and a
forging.
piece of
We're gonna
parchment.
forge the name. We're gonna forge his name, and then we're gonna see Erhard's name has always been like this. That's how we're gonna convince him.
So you want to... Sorry, wait, I just need to clarify this. You want to write on a piece of parchment Erhard's name to look like the scribbles on the sack.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna need... What the hell is this roll? I'm gonna need... You know what, roll me a deception check. I think that's... Yeah, deception.
For Contessa or for me?
Wait, I can't lie though.
Well, I will write it on the bark after all.
So you're gonna write it on a piece of bark.
Yes.
Okay?
Like it's always been there.
So you write it on, and then you show him?
Yes.
I need a deception check, please. Okay? He looks at you, and he says, "Oh, you have the same name as Grognak?"
No, let me write Grognak underneath, and then I just write Grognak underneath.
No, silly. That's not Grognak. This Grognak. You have name on wood?
It's my wood after all.
Oh, well, good for you. This my sack. And he moves his cloak, and you just see a dagger handle. And he just looks at you, and he's like, "You want sack?
Here's it up, darling.
I kill monster, remember? Grognak no silly. Grognak most intelligent."
Grognak, we just wanted to see what was in the sack. I'm very sorry.
He unsheaths the blade. He's
I
like,
was just joking, you little friend.
Stop! Or Grognak sack! Me to work hard for this stuff! Those doorknobs did not unscrew themselves!
I love this character.
Can I do an arcane check and if I sense anything from that sack?
Oh god, roll that kind of check.
Just for the lolds.
There is definitely no magic in this sack. This is just
Good, and I'm immediately disinterested.
yeah.
I think we move on now that he's gotten hostile.
Okay, have fun with your sack.
1 second. Grognak, what's the littlest trinket you have?
Oh, Grognak little? Okay. This one. And Grognak reaches into the sack and he pulls out a shiny coin.
Is it is it a gold coin?
It's a platinum coin.
Oh. I was wanted to get something for socks that he could carry. So would you like to trade it for
You want my socks?
No, you could. I have a friend called Socks. His name is Socks. He's very, very small.
Silly name. Why name a thing socks when you wear socks? Do you wear your friend?
Well, I also have clothing that's called Grognak, but I don't wear you.
You have clothing called Grognak?
I do.
What do I get? I want my own clothing of me.
If you head to the forest, there's some wool in there, and that's called Grognak.
Okay. And he just picks up the sack, lifts it over the shoulder, and starts just dragging it
Well,
through the
hang
mud.
on. I was making a trade, little sir.
Coin. I pull out a gold coin. Pull out a gold coin. Can we trade coins?
Hey, no. My trade.
Yes, lady wish to trade, not you. You be like, no. You try to get my sack. No.
No, I wanted to look what was in the sack.
Nope.
As I just looked at me, it's like...
Other lady, you want the coin or no?
I have, I'll pull out I have like 17 silver pieces, I think they're called. I just show him, I don't know how big they are, but I'll just pull them out and show him.
Oh,
You like these?
all of them coins for one coin?
I like your color better.
Okay. And he hands you the coin.
Oh, thank you.
Grognak's so clever, lady so stupid, as he takes the 17 coins. I have 17 coins. You only have one. No backsies. And he just shoves them in the bag.
That's okay, little dude. You go find some Grognak wool.
If Grognak ever finds anything, small and tiny, and only one of, you give me lots for, yes? Okay.
Yes, I will.
Very well. Until we meet again, remember, my name is Grognak.
Okay,
Oh.
Grognak.
Yes, bye-bye. He just starts dragging the sack over his shoulder and wandering off into the... He doesn't go through the path. He just goes straight through the farmland.
Does he leave a trail as he's going?
Yeah, you see the sack, like he disappears and the sack's still there, and then the sack just tramples some of the land and like crushes some of the wheat, and then the wheat covers back over and you can't see him anymore because he's too short. It's gone.
How much is a platinum again? Just
Platinum is 10 gold.
Ah.
Yeah. And 10 silver is 1 gold.
I was genuinely looking for socks, and then I was like, I need that.
I guess we just keep going towards the town.
What's Donros doing?
Onos is finding a tavern. He went ahead and he left him there to talk to whoever that thing is. He didn't care at the time. He wanted to go find a tavern, and he wanted to have a sit down, eat a meal, and just kind of reflect, I guess, on his on what had happened. I guess is what he's more, and just kind of talk to. Probably gonna make him sound weird. He's gonna talk to his ghost buddy, and kind of just ask, So when he gets to the tavern, I'm just gonna go. He would find a tavern at this point, right? He would be in the tavern. Okay.
There is two to choose from, which you notice in the center of town. There is the Exalted Fall, and there is the Hall of the Hounds.
You would probably go to the first one. Why not?
The Exalted Fall?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'd probably go there.
as you do arrive, it definitely seems a little bit more ruckus than the other one.
Okay.
There seems to be some sort of live entertainment inside.
That's fine with him. That would mask him talking to his ghost buddy more. So he's gonna walk in. He's gonna find a seat probably in the far back. He's probably gonna sit down somewhere easy where the others can find him if they ever really need him for anything. He doubt they would need him, but he's gonna take a seat. He's gonna kind of relax a little bit, sit back. He's gonna wait to have someone ask if he wants something to drink or some food, and he's just kind of gonna look at Donros and just kind of he's gonna be like, we were in the right? We weren't wrong in anything we did.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
See, I don't know. Like,
Well, he's
We're
evil,
supposed
right?
I would assume so. He had to be evil, right? But I don't know. It's just I don't think
Have you
they
ever
would have.
seen?
What?
Have you ever seen a devil before? I've never seen one like that.
No, never. I mean, you're the weirdest thing I've seen, and that's already.
Talk about yourself.
You're a ghost that walks with me. You're supposed to be dead. Anywho, but besides the point, I don't understand, right? I'm gone for so long. I mean, I escaped that forest somehow, some miracle way. I get here, and I thought I was doing something right. I think I'm doing something good in this world, and now it's just like I question if I'm really the good. Am I on the good side? Or what exactly am I doing? I mean, I fought in war. I thought I was doing some service in this world, and now I'm here doing some, like, making deals with some devil that I don't even know if he's gonna turn around and stab us in the back or not.
Donros, I only see it from your perspective.
Right.
Maybe just try talking to him.
Listen.
Find out why they chose to do what they did. Don't just shout at them. Ask them.
Right. It's hard, For a while, for years, just on my own. I had no one to talk to besides that, that one guy, but I mean, he only let me be there to work with.
Now you're making up for it by talking to yourself.
Right. Exactly. It's great. It's weird. I'm trying to find my place in the world, and I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I fit in. I don't know where I belong. These people, they only see me as this big, giant, 7'8" elephant dude who can, who just, walks with them, and I don't know. It's hard sometimes. It's, I'm still growing up. I'm a kid. I'm technically still a kid, and I'm sitting here having to make these decisions that I really don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if what I'm doing is the right thing. I don't know if I'm ever doing the right thing. I just feel like I'm messing up. I feel like I'm screwing up constantly. I just don't know.
You're not. Look, talk to him. And you know how, like I used to talk to her. And
don't bring her up. Don't
look,
bring her
right, all right. Look, okay.
Don't.
Look, on.
If she
look,
even...
on. Stop it. Look, just talk to them like you used to confide in her, and then maybe they're just as smart.
Right. If she was here, this would have, man.
Now go and buy yourself a pint. Drink it as quick as you can.
You know I don't drink, right?
Exactly. Take the edge off.
You want me to drink?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Shit, I trust you. And Donald's gonna get up and go right up to the bar.
And as you start walking over to the bar, all you can hear is him just go like, "Yeah, go on, do it." He's like egging you on a little bit.
Yeah, and he's gonna just plop down a gold piece right on the counter. I want the biggest pint you have.
And yeah, the bar staff behind the bar like look at you. They look at your size and they're like, and then they just pull out a big 2-pinter. And they just start filling it up, and then they slide it over to you. And for you, the 2-pinter's not that big. For the rest of your party, it'd be a pretty big drink.
He's taking out another gold piece. He's gonna slide it across, like, give me 2. And he's gonna start just chugging it. He's gonna straight up just start chugging this 2-pint.
Okay, well, as that's going on, the rest of you guys rock into town. You come into the town center. And I'll put you back on the town map now that you guys are definitely in town. And yeah, you guys start heading in towards the town, and you can see that there is the town has kind of got back to maybe a little bit like what it used to be before the Knoll attacks were going on, and before they had some competent-looking people come into town and deal with it. You can see that this town is rather quaint. It's not too big. It's covered with red, brown, and blue tiled roofs, with the bricks which are painted white. You notice just how beautiful this town is, with the 2 rivers flowing either side of it. You see various water mills and rowing boats upon it, and now that you've had a little bit of time to adjust and see your surroundings, you notice that it is quite beautiful. There's plenty of farmland all around the outskirts, with windmills and various barns and husbandry areas for animals to, breed and be sold into this town. Yeah, you do notice that around the entirety of the town, the floor is paved with a cobblestone, like a cobblestone effect all the way through. And you can see that precariously planted, there are pine trees throughout the town, which are there more for decor more than anything else, and to block off like the back of houses and stuff. And it is rather pretty, but it's very quaint. It's very quiet. You do notice a few more townsfolk than you previously did, as they were all around the staging area before, but now they're more dotted about, going about their day-to-day lives. And yeah, as you walk into the center of town, you see a variety of different establishments, some a little louder, some a little quieter, but there are 2 taverns, which is the Exalted Fall, which is, outside of it, there is a wooden hanging shield crest, and inside of it, a jester's hat. And the other one is the Hall of the Hounds, and you can see what looks to be like a humanoid dog figure sat on a chair with a knife and fork in hands. And that is like the symbol of that tavern. There are all sorts of different establishments here, and just looking around, you can see a blacksmiths, a Fletcher's, herbalists, general store, and a few other things like a spa, as well as just a few other like different buildings throughout. But what the biggest building in this entire place is a brewery, and the brewery has the sign out the front that you do notice that says Ashen Ale. And yeah, as you wander through and you come into the center of this town, yeah, you can see that there are 2 taverns, one a little bit more ruckus than the other, and yeah, what are you guys doing?
Like they breed good horses here, and we were promised some, so let's go find.
I don't know what about you, but I could definitely use a drink.
What time is it in game?
So it was midday when you left. It took 4 hours to get there. You were there like an hour, so 5 hours, and then it took 4 hours to get back. Just a little over. So yeah, it's pretty late. It's probably probably around about 9, half 9-ish, maybe, I'd say.
Did the prisoners come in with us?
Yes, they continued walking when the Grognak situation happened. They didn't stop, yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be difficult trying to find that guy now. I'm going to go find, what was what was his name?
Aragon?
Aragon, yes.
Aragon, yeah,
go find
okay.
them.
You know that there is the militia building, which is where you had the map room meeting previously. So yeah, you know where that is. Yeah, so Contessa, do you tell the group or do you just head off?
I will tell them if
Sure.
anyone wants to join.
We'll join. I want those horses.
Are we, we're heading off tomorrow morning, right, guys?
Yes.
We are heading off tomorrow morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so we know, because I got scared we were leaving straight away.
I think I would like to go into one of the taverns. I don't know which one looks more fancy from the outside. I guess like it sounds to me like probably the first one was the jester in the sign.
The Exalted Fall is definitely more of a musical ruckus sort of tavern. It's not fancy in the way of like nobles would go here, but it's medium working class sort of place. A lot of music to be had inside, laughter, and you can definitely see people smiling and enjoying themselves within the tavern. The other one is definitely a lot more quieter. Maybe nobles would go here, but it doesn't look like a particularly fancy like tavern from the outside.
Well, I meant, I guess, in the way like that the building is well maintained and like it looks, yeah, I don't know.
All of the Hounds looks dustier and not as well used, but the other one, Exalted Fall, definitely looks very well used.
Okay, I guess then I will actually head over to the oh god, me and names, the second one, the
Hall of the Hounds?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you head on over there. Arcturus, are you going anywhere in particular?
I'm just up for a drink, so the only way I see it that Urhat is going for a drink, or at least to a tavern. The tavern has drinks, so I follow Urhat.
I want some cheese and wine, so I'm also following the people that go to a tavern.
So the three of them go to the Hall of the Hounds, and the other two go towards the militia barracks. So as you two arrive at the militia barracks, you can see it's very quiet. It's very empty. You can hear from the back what sounds to be like people talking, and you can see a couple of figures through the glass at the top of the map room. But it looks quite quiet here.
Shall we knock on the door?
Yeah, and as you guys go up to the door and knock, Aragon opens the door, and you can see him and two others are stood in the map room, and they were in some sort of discussion. And he turns to the pair of you after opening it, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's splendid news. We were just discussing maybe what happened. Is everyone okay? Where are the others?"
They're getting a much needed drink.
Oh, good. Yeah, we were expecting you back about an hour ago or so, but we decided to hire some rooms for you. We thought maybe after this, endeavor and the fact that you went out of your way to help us, you could use some rest. So we booked the best suites in the Exalted Fall. We got a room for each of you, and it's the best suites. And we've also hired out the bathhouse for the entire evening for all of you. We believed that if you're doing a lot of work and struggling, maybe you could relax for at least an hour or so before bed and, have some drinks on us as thanks.
I'll
Very
have to
kind
go
of you.
tell them that, because they went to the other tavern.
Yeah, that's kind of more of a sit-down meal sort of place. It's all right, but yeah.
We will tell them later.
We also have your reward, which we've put onto the wagon for you. And in the morning, we'll be hitching up the horses, ready for you to go.
Excellent, darling.
Yeah. Is there anything else I can help? Prisoners, please, tell me what happened.
It's very complicated. So we have eliminated the threat, but the gnolls are still there.
Right.
Nothing
Can
to
you
worry
explain?
about. The one who was controlling the gnolls is now no longer a problem, so the gnolls will probably head back to their caves in the north and not bother you any further.
Right. Well, who was it?
He
Nasty
was a devil from one of the 9 hells.
Sorry, I haven't slept much. Did you say a devil?
He was like a devil. He was a very cunning man, and apparently he held a lot of sway over the Knolls. And we kind of persuaded him to go about his ways, go bother other people.
So he left.
He absolutely left. You won't be having any trouble from him anymore.
Right. Well, I'll make sure not to relax the guard just in case. But yeah, hopefully, a devil in Ashendale. What earth's he doing over here?
He needed souls, so he got the Knolls to kidnap people from here, take their souls, and that's why people were going missing.
Wow. We've had,
Yes, it was.
we've had 26 people go missing in total.
Well, good news. 4 of them have returned.
4.
8.
8.
8. Yeah, sorry.
So that's 18 people unaccounted for.
Yes, I believe they are gone. But they were their family members were promised riches, basically.
Wait, sorry. So, well, how does that work?
So,
It's yes.
he
go.
didn't take souls forcefully. He made deals to take souls from people.
So they willingly agreed.
Exactly.
Well, willingly is a stretch, but yes.
18 people willingly agreed.
Riches can corrupt people, unfortunately.
Well, no, I'm fully aware. I've dealt with some shits in my time. But that's a lot of people to agree, and not one of them declined?
Guess they felt like they didn't have a choice. It took everything in me to convince those 4.
It's not your fault. I understand that. It's not. You did your best. You did what was asked. You removed the threat. I'm just glad that we now have something to tell those that have lost people. We just thought they were taken and enslaved or murdered, but now we know the truth. So thank you. We have much to discuss, me and my men here. Your little friend, he took a bit of a knock. He's all right, but we got overrun at the mine, and he collapsed the entrance. He got caught in the collapsing and has broken his leg, but we managed to pull him out of the rubble. He's okay, but he ain't going to be leaving town anytime soon. We've got medics on hand trying to treat him at the moment. He is okay. He's just a little shocked is all.
Where is he at the moment?
He's in the back, downstairs in the back of the barracks. We've got a small little medical area. There's a few of the other guards there being patched up, just cuts and bruises mainly, but Faddington, he's powerful. He strung a cord on his loot and collapsed the entire entrance to the mine.
Well, so much from such a small man.
Yeah, that's what we thought. Well, I'll be honest, I thought we were done. 16 Knolls arrived. I didn't think we were going to survive that. There was only 6 of us there. But we managed to kill a few, and he collapsed the tunnels and stopped them from coming.
God.
He's, like I said, everyone's fine. We're all accounted for. We all survived. We did what was needed to be done, but yeah, he's taken a knock. He's going to need a few weeks to recover. We'll make sure he's all right. He did us a solid. He really did. He'll be fed, watered. He'll be looked after. Don't worry. He'll be comfortable.
Okay. There's There's a whole matter. I don't want to go too deep into it, but I don't think the gnolls will leave the mines anytime soon.
Right.
I want to live there. From what they're not mining the place out for stuff. They're mining it for more room for themselves.
Right.
This is a stretch, but would anyone know Gnoll at all?
Not here. I'm sure someone in Arkenvale would.
Maybe I could send someone in Arkenvale over here. See, the thing is, I was hoping that both of your races could just go inside there, because they're not looking to harm anything.
If they keep to themselves and keep away from our lands and our people, we haven't got a problem. But we need those mines operational because it's our livelihood. Without those mines, we don't make the money to survive. We will have to reopen them. We can wait a few weeks, maybe see if they'll clear out the remaining ones in there, and then maybe we can try and block up with the rubble we have, block up the holes that they came from. But yeah, we need those mines.
Yes. Do what you have to do. I won't try to get someone over here for that, but do what you need to do.
I'm hoping if you've taken the head of them, maybe they'll falter a little bit, retreat back into themselves. You've done us a solid. Let your friends know. They've got rooms and the bathhouse if they wish it. There's also a massage parlor attached to it. If they wish for, some time to relax and de-stress, by all means. And there's a tab behind the bar.
That sounds wonderful, darling. Now, do you? I look over at Contessa and I'm like, do you want to try and heal Mr. Faddington? I will be going back to the tavern regardless.
Yes, there's two people I'd like to try to heal. Could I maybe roll an intelligence? Because I'm not sure if that NPC did tell me their name from.
They did. No? You never asked.
Wonder if I could describe it to Aragon here that some child is seriously ill here and needs healing.
Roll me a flat charisma. Let's see how well you describe from memory. We'll use charisma because that's your ability to talk. Oh, that's a save. Yeah, that's okay. It's a pretty good roll though. Yeah, that's fine. Yes, you begin describing the gentleman, describing a few of the features, and you do know that it's the McAllisters. It is Jonathan McAllister that went missing. He is a human man. He was a guard of the local town who had gone missing, and you know it to be his son. The person that is directly speaking to him, which is what Aragon tells you, is Cecil Pettlebrook, who is the herbalist of the town, who has been scratching together trying to come up with a remedy for his son.
Do you know where the house is located? So I could go over there.
I do not. I'm afraid. I don't know where they live in the town. Like I said, I've only been the mayor for the past week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, but if you speak to Cecil, I'm sure she'll be able to help you out.
Okay, thank you.
She'll be asleep now, though, so don't. In the morning.
I'll do it in the morning. I'm gonna go see Faddington real quick.
Sure. Yeah, he's in the back. And yeah, as you depart, Shion, are you going to the tavern? Where or are you staying with Contessa?
No, I'm going to the bathhouse.
You go straight for the bathhouse, yeah. So you head on out towards that location. As Contessa, you walk into the back room and you see Faddington fast asleep with his leg up in bandages, raised on some pillows, and yeah, he's completely knockout cold, fast asleep on the bed.
Just clearly want to lay on hands in.
Yeah, do you want to just gently, without waking him, do it, or? Yeah, okay.
Just see if it helps heal, the whole healing process. I know it can't just completely.
Yeah, it won't fix a bone immediately, but it will increase the speed of recovery. So, how many points do you want to use?
Let me. Probably all of them, because I'm gonna sleep.
Sure. So, is it 10? No, 15?
I think it's 15. Let me.
Did you know you used some though, didn't you?
I don't think I did. Use potions.
Ah, it was potions, that's right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you use all 15, and you definitely start to see some of the wounds close up from the leg, but you can tell that the leg is still somewhat broken. It's probably decreased his recovery time, but yeah, he's still going to need some time.
Just smirking, I'm like, well, you shall feel better in the morning. I'm going to go towards where the rest of the people are to tell them about the stuff we get.
Sure. We're going to cut to Donros real quick. Donros, I need a Constitution saving throw, please, buddy.
Oh no.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, as you downed a 2. Donros smashes back the 2-pinter like it's nothing, and you like slam it down, and then just grab the second one, and I assume just take a sip, not downing it this time.
He's probably gonna let the first one sit a little bit, see how he feels after, see if it actually like does anything. And he's actually gonna take a second to kind of look at who's all in this establishment with him, see if there's anyone might just stick out. He's feeling a little better after that, after downing that. Bros is kind of give him that little encouragement talk, so he's kind of feeling a little good. He wants to see what's going on now. He wants to kind of get a feel about what's going on in the tavern.
Yeah, as you're looking around, you do notice that within this tavern, there is a jester on stage. He is wearing green and red, and he's got the hat that come off with the bells on it, and he's all in green and red, and he's like doing cartwheels on stage. He's juggling tomatoes. He sets fire to a ring, which he then places in the center of the stage and like jumps through it, and then he jumps through it, gets set on fire, starts screaming, and then instantly is put out. And yeah, it's like a big comedy act of like kind of like Laurel and Hardy sort of sketches where like they're doing the back and forth like sort of funny moments of serious and then oh god I'm on fire and joking about with it, and he's doing that sort of thing and people are just lapping it up. In this tavern there is a lot of walks of life. You can see a couple of dwarves, you can see some elves in here, there's a couple of gnomes. Other than that though, it's primarily humans and half elves that are in this tavern, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that you can see around you at this moment. There's a few very well dressed gentlemen in here, but majority look like working class.
Okay, so there's no one that like piques my interest or anything.
There are no Aarakocrans, there are no Loxodons, Leonin, nothing like an exotic race per se. That they're very kind of standard human half elf, and then some elves, dwarves, and gnomes.
Do I notice anyone like looking at me, maybe like watching what I'm doing?
Oh yeah, of course. You're a very tall, very big Loxodon man. There are a lot of looks in your direction, not for too long because they don't wish for you to spot them and then this awkward eye contact thing, but you do get glances. A few people kind of look you up and down, and then start giggling amongst themselves or something. You see a couple of women off in the distance doing this quite a lot, and they're kind of like whispering to one another, pointing at you, laughing, taking a sip, and that sort of thing. But apart from that, yeah, there's nothing aggressive, let's say, in this tavern. No sort of like meatheads.
Donros is gonna walk back to the very back where he was sitting at earlier, and he's kind of just sit back. He's gonna watch kind of what's going on the stage, and he doesn't like getting stared at. I think that's something he doesn't like getting looked at. It makes him kind of feel a little weird. So he's just kind of gonna stick to himself. He's just gonna have that now pint with him, and he's not gonna drink it just yet. He's gonna kind of chill out a little bit, and he's just gonna watch what's going on the stage, kind of enjoy it. Get a few laughs in if he finds something funny, and honestly just try his best to kind of relax and take a breather for once in his life. He's just gonna try to calm down a little bit and just have a good night.
Yeah, and you do that, and Bruster doesn't say too much for the rest of the night. You get the feeling that he's there, that he's enjoying it, and every now and then you hear like the odd chuckle come from his direction as he's perceiving this through you, and he finds the odd thing funny, things that you wouldn't find as funny, and then you're like, what? And then like he just starts laughing a little bit more, and that sort of thing.
Okay.
But yeah.
Great.
Let's cut to the other three who have gone in the tavern. You guys walk inside the tavern. It's not particularly well lit, but inside of the tavern you see a long bar with a half-orc gentleman stood behind it, and he seems to be cleaning out the inside of a cup, and you can see tables and chairs all about the place. It kind of looks like a restaurant bar as opposed to a place to really relax and chill out. It's more like seats and tables, that sort of thing. And yeah, the three of you walk in.
Good.
So no stage at all?
Nope.
Unfortunate. I guess I just look around me and probably notice that Arcturus and Maeve joined me. And I just look at them and I'm like, well, shall we sit down and just refresh some and get a good meal?
This seems to be an excellent idea. Let's do that.
Well, so I kind of feel a little bit bad. I don't know, like I haven't felt like this in a long time, but like I guess like I thought I was talking to Don Ross earlier, and now that it's happened and I thought about it, maybe I feel like I was maybe a little mean. I don't know. I have not had an interaction like this in a long time. So I was hoping I would see him here, but I don't see him here. So I'm gonna go get socks and see if I see him on the way. And if I don't, I might do a little loop around the other tavern. And if he isn't there, I'll come back to you guys because I feel really bad.
Maeve,
Or do that.
Maeve, let me ask. Are you okay now?
I'm okay. Yeah, I have no wounds. I am absolutely fine.
I didn't mean physically. I meant in your mind. You seem troubled by what happened before.
I think I don't know. Like I said, I haven't had this. It's been so black and white the last however long I can remember. It's either something's either good or either something's bad, and there's no really an in between. And I've also not had to have this conversation. I haven't had any conversations, and it just seemed logical to me. Therefore, I didn't think I would hurt anyone. But now seeing him storm off when we spoke to the little dude made me feel like he was upset. So, I don't know.
Well, can I give you a short piece of advice? Sometimes people have differences, but that doesn't mean that it has to, let's say, break their friendship. As long as you're being honest and yeah, just talk to each other. Try to see what he feels, and as long as you also do the same, like talking about how you feel, give it your best shot and you will be fine.
Yeah, I think I got so frustrated because like I dare and say it, but I see him as a friend after all this time. So I just thought like obviously you'd understand the way I feel, but you didn't. That's how I felt, and I got frustrated that he didn't understand. But yeah, I don't know. I do need to go get socks though, so I will go and do my little check really quickly because I do not want to do a repeat of the other night when I had a few too many drinks and not already have socks on me.
I think that is a wise idea, because Socks is we care all for him. We care all for Socks, so you better find Socks first. Sit down with Don Ross before anything. Sit down with Don Ross if you can find him, and if you both feel comfortable, feel free to join.
Yes.
If you want, I can send Geda with you. If you want us there, you just have to give the sign, and we will come over.
That's what I was thinking.
Sure. I mean, I have not had the chance to get Kada with me, but I've been looking at Kada, and I think it's really, really cool. So yeah, I'll take Kada.
So when I say that, you see the tail of a dragon unfurl, and Kada is on my shoulder, and I'll hand them over to you. and I hope she will be sitting on your shoulder. So take care, Keira, and if everything's up, let me know. I will be on our way.
Okay, cool. And I probably feel very chuffed.
You hear in your head, Arcturus. Very well, Master.
Okay, well, I feel pretty cool that I now have a little dragon on my shoulder. But I do somewhat fast walk out of the tavern in search of Socks. Well, I know where Socks is, right? I know the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go there, or the tavern, and then head back, I guess.
Yeah, and so you go to the stable?
The place where we left Socks last, so where I last saw Socks.
Yeah, you go to the stable, and as you head on over there, it's empty. Your wagon's there, the horses are there, there's a secondary wagon there with a chest upon it, and there are some extra horses there, but there's no Galoin.
Socks!
And as you shout that, we're gonna cut straight back to Donros real quick. As Donros, as you're sat there, just chilling at the table, with your flagon, you feel someone sit next to you.
Well, look
And he's
over.
like uncomfortably close, and as you look, there's no one there. And then you look down, and Galoin is sat right next to you with a pint in his hand. And he looks up at you, because he's very small. He looks up at you, and you can see Socks is sat on his shoulder.
Oh, hello. How are you doing?
Well, I thought I'd, get a few drinks. Didn't know how long you'd be.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're welcome to sit next to me. That's totally fine. How's Socks been? How have you been? Have you been all right? You've been.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely fine. He eats a lot.
Yeah, he's a little man. You gotta eat a little bit. He's growing.
I left him with like half a bush in a room.
Yeah.
And he's consumed nearly the whole bush.
Yeah, I understand. Mind if I hold him? I haven't seen him in such a while.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there you go.
I must have got my hand to Socks.
Yeah,
Hey, buddy.
He gestures, and Socks runs over, and he just looks up at you, and his eyes are like blinking, like all cute, like as he sat there. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna look at Galoin. I'm like, you've taken. I can see you've taken well care of him. I do appreciate that. I know May would really appreciate that.
Yeah, I didn't want him to get too fat though, and well, he doesn't seem to put on any weight like at all.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know much about what Socks is exactly. I know Maeve talked to me a lot about it, but it's just been a while since I've talked to her about this creature, and I'm sure Socks. He's probably gonna grow. I'm sure he's gonna grow, but to how much I don't know. I can't answer that.
Well, if he gets any bigger than me, then he'll be carrying me around, won't he?
Right. I agree with you there. I'm in the same boat. I mean, so Galoin, tell me, has anything else happened in the town since we've left? Is there anything going on that?
No, not really. It's been, chaotic. A lot of people being trained for the militia to defend the town in case you guys weren't successful. Other than that, a few of the shops have really ran out of supplies because they're trying to give to those in need. The economy here seems a little crap, but the tavern seems to be doing well. When people are, depressed and dealing with a lot of stressful situations, drink's usually the first place. Yeah.
We've been traveling together for a bit, right? Like we've,
almost a week now.
Yeah, almost a week.
Yeah.
You wouldn't take me as I'm not someone who's dumb to you, right? You wouldn't think of me as a
Dumb.
dumb. You can be honest with me. I'm not. I mean, I trust. I wouldn't think you would lie to me, right?
I wouldn't call you dumb, Don Ross. Maybe a little loud.
Loud, yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're meant to be the quiet one.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. You've never met a big, stealthy Loxodon before?
I've never met a Loxodon before, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't.
And if I had met a big, stealthy one, probably never saw it.
that is true.
But anyway, cheers to that, buddy.
Cheers,
And he raises
cheers
his
to that.
tankard and he clanks his glass to yours.
thank you for being on this mission with us, I guess.
Thank you for
So-
looking after me in the wagon.
Well, I haven't done much of that.
Don't be silly. Those griffins, remember them?
Yeah. It just seems like the others been handling things. I'm just kind of, I don't know. Sometimes
Yeah, but
it
they
feels
miss
like...
you.
What?
Oh, they miss you, don't they? Of course they do.
I don't know. I mean, maybe Maeve, but
You're a very large presence to be missing from that group. Let's put it that way. And I'm not just talking about your height.
yeah. It's just, I don't know. It just seems like with some of them, you know, our ideas don't meet up, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I need to open up a little bit more to the world. I don't know.
Well-
with Shion, with her thing, it's
You know,
hard, you know?
I would like to point out, you and Shion argue an awful lot.
I think we're just
but-
very different.
But she's very pleasant when she sat next to me on that wagon. I couldn't say a bad word about her, to be honest.
Right. I will say this: as much as Shion is very different from me, and how I think her ideals differ on the world, I think
That's your upbringing, though. I don't think that's
Yeah.
you personally. It's how you were brought up.
I think deep down she's a good person. I just don't think she shows it too much. But I think she really is. And it's hard for me. I don't want to say that to her. Don't tell her I've said this, but
I think you
honestly,
should.
it's nice having her around. It's nice having all of them around. As much as I don't know. I wish they felt the same way about me.
Well, maybe they do, Don Ross. Maybe what you need to do is, you know, if you open up to them, maybe they'll open up to you.
Right. Coin, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want you telling this yet, because I'm gonna tell them.
All right?
My real name is not Don Ross.
I thought it was a bit of a silly name.
Thank you. My real name is Andros.
Well, that's even worse.
Thank you. Just don't tell anyone this. This is
Wait,
me and
it's
you
what?
secret. What?
Andros.
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 Yeah.
Oh. Well, pleasure to finally meet you. My real name's Galoin. He puts his hand out.
And Don Ross shakes his hand, or Andros shakes his hand.
And yeah, he just sits next to you, begins enjoying his drink, and every now and then you just hear him go, Andros. Like he just like mutters it under his breath, like he's trying to put it to the face. And yeah, at that we will cut over to Shion. Shion, as you walk on up to what looks to be like a very luxurious establishment. It is there is like a plaque over the door that says "The Gentle Repose." And as you approach it, you can see there is like one of those, you know, the water fountains that go dunk, and then like they carry on dripping water, and then they dunk. I don't know what they're called, but you know what I mean. One of them. Yeah. There's them. There's some wind chimes out the front, and some small like little water features. And yeah, as you walk on up, it's completely outdoors. There is no like real building. It's kind of like a shack. And as you walk up, you see a gentleman, quite well dressed, with a stack of towels behind him, and what looks to be like some sort of chest in front of him. And he looks over to you and he's like, hello, madame. May I help?
Yes, Mr. Blackwater sent me, and I hear
Yes.
he has some nice massage treatment and basically a spa evening for us. And I say us,
Yes.
but it's really just me.
Well, it's absolutely fine. There are split gender pools. That we have hot water spring and a cool water spring. The hot water one's actually just heated by magic, but don't tell the others. And yes, it is. It's lovely. It's a lovely place to be. It's very relaxing, very calming. We also have the small shack over there, and he points towards another building, and he says, where we have the massage parlor, where Guntrude will be performing massages today. She's a lovely, lovely lady.
I'll take your word for it, and I would like to book a nice massage. Do you have anything with stones?
We have many things. Yes, we have the firebolt stones, which we heat up with a firebolt and then place on your back, just so it's nice and warm. And yeah.
They Say no more, darling. I love fire.
Brilliant. Well, if you follow me, there is some changing rooms this way, which you may change into nothing or a bikini of some sorts, which we can provide if need be. Just tell us your size and we'll fetch one out of the laundry. And yes, by all means. And yeah, he
Takes
leads
everything
you. Right. Very well. You
Well,
go into the changing room.
Maybe just the front buckle and then moves on.
Yeah, you go into the changing room and you get yourself sorted and begin relaxing in the hot springs and the cool springs in the massage parlor. And yeah, you're feeling very relaxed. It's very calming, very nice, and it's completely open to the night sky, which is quite beautiful, really, because you can see the stars, the moon, and it is just very peaceful. You hear the very distant laughter and chuckles from the taverns nearby, but yeah, you really get to relax and you feel the stress just leave you.
Yeah, it is quite curious. I sort of think to myself while I'm bubbling in the hot water that the moon and the stars, it's all the same as back home, and yet it is so totally different here. And I'm just like when you go in the sauna for too long and your mind just starts going all wonky. I guess that's what happens. I mean, Shion can handle a heat super well, but still, a hot spring is sort of different.
Yeah, and you really allow yourself to relax, and it's probably the first time since you left home that you've truly had that time to just lose yourself in thought and just enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
And it reminds you a little bit of home, of, you know, lounging about and having those little luxuries that you haven't had for such a long time. And yeah, as you begin to relax, we'll cut over to Contessa, who I believe is going towards the
tavern that Erhard and Arcturus went into.
the Hall of Hounds. Yeah, so you head on over there, and you see off in the distance Maeve walking towards the Exalted Fall, as you see her walking that way. And yeah, you head on straight to the Hall of Hounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna go head in, and then
Yeah, you head in, you see the pair of them sat there. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna gesture them to come over here, just to not be like, you know, obvious, I guess. I'm just gonna gesture them to come here.
Arcturus,
Well, I haven't even ordered yet, so.
That's why I'm like,
Sure, we go on
Sure.
over.
And the barkeeper's like, you're leaving again. Yay.
He's just looking at you like,
Finally, I have customers. Now they leave. Freaking finally. No, what's up, Contessa?
I'm just gonna gesture to go out, like, out of the bar, just to, I don't know, just in case the barkeep can hear us.
Yeah, he comes over to the table you were sat at and starts cleaning the table, but like looking at you all.
I just wave at him friendly, and then I guess I just follow.
He just gives that sort of like the smile that's not a real smile.
Anyway, I'm just gonna inform them all about what Aragon told us, and you know, about the massage parlor, about the hot springs, and that we've had some sweets at the Exalted Hall, so I think we should go check that place out.
Sure, lead the way.
Fine, but I want my drink.
I will buy you a drink.
Good.
And we head
Agreed.
there, I suppose. Ooh,
Yeah, but
wait.
before you guys get there, Maeve, you walk into the establishment and you see the jester on stage juggling what looks to be like rotten tomatoes, and every now and then he lets one smash into his face and it like explodes, going all over him, and he's stumbling about the stage pretending to be blind, and then suddenly the burst tomato reappears full again and he begins juggling it once more, and as he's doing this whole act on the stage, you see in the corner of your eye a very big presence in this establishment. And yeah, you see Donros and a smaller man, Galoin, with socks sat around a table.
Okay. Don't think I really know how I feel, and I feel what I do feel is probably a little bit nervous. Like I don't know how to approach this situation, but having said Socks is there, I'll obviously go over. But I kind of probably awkwardly like approach, but don't want to sit down and kind of wait for them to notice that I'm there, or maybe wait for Socks to notice that I'm there.
Yeah, and you approach, and Don Ross, you definitely feel Socks's attention has been drawn closer to the door. And I think instinctually you would turn your head to see who it is, and you see maybe a slightly sheepish-looking Maeve stood there looking towards your direction. And Galoin looks at her and looks at you, realizing there's some sort of tension. He goes, "Oh, I'll get a drink." And he slides off the seat and runs over to the bar as quickly as he can.
You can have a seat if you liked. I mean, you don't have to, of course. I mean, you can sit down if you want. I'm just here enjoying the show, the jester. Yeah.
Thank you. I was looking for Socks, but it looks like you beat me to finding Socks.
Galoin came by, and he's a good dude. Good dude. He took really good care of Socks. Yeah. And Donos is gonna kind of hand Socks over to her so she can. Cause I know she has a better relationship with him than Donos does, or he's gonna hand Socks over.
Okay. I think at this point I've probably sat down and I'm just like sort of, looking at the table, like scratching it a little bit, like fiddling about with whatever I can get hold of. And I imagine there would be like a solid 30 seconds of silence. And then look, I'm sorry about earlier today. I feel like I maybe hurt you, and I didn't mean to, because I don't know how to talk to people, and I, for some reason, just thought like it was very logical, and then got frustrated that it wasn't, and I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings.
Fun fact, I was going to apologize. It just, Maeve, it's you're doing what you thought was right? We all were in that situation. There was thinking back on it all, there wasn't really anything right. There was no right answer to this whole situation. Whatever it was, whatever happened, I can't hold that against anybody. I can't put that, At the end of the day, we're all gonna make the decisions we feel is the best. Either it's for ourselves, or it's for other people, it's for everybody. I mean, that's we're just gonna make decisions of what we feel is right, and either it's for us or for anyone else. It doesn't matter. So, who cares about what happened in the cave? Yeah, I mean, hearing that Ashriel guy taking souls or whatnot, yeah, it stinks. I'm not sure what Brasa is. Is a soul living inside of me? I don't know, but I guess in that moment I was thinking of, what if they did that to someone in my family? What if they did it to one of you guys? I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if that happened. It's either way that any decision we made, there was a consequence to it, and there was a problem that was going to show up later. Either we would have done something now, or we did something later. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I wasn't thinking as much as usual, Don Ross fashion. And that's my fault. I should have put a little bit more trust in you guys as a group, and I should have supported you guys. That's my fault. I don't know. I guess I'm a little angsty.
I was really scared that things would go wrong if we fought him. I didn't have a good feeling about it, and maybe selfishly, I didn't want to be alone again. I was maybe scared that I would lose you guys. And I've been alone for too long, and I don't want to do that again, and I care about you guys a lot. But I think we maybe need to all, maybe you and me specifically, need to learn how to trust each other. That I trust you, that I know that when we fight, that you know what you're doing, and when you go and do your analyzing things ahead of time, you know what you're doing. And the same way you can trust us when we do things like this, I think, because we'll never do stuff like this, because, well, I won't ever do anything like what happened today, because I think it's because I want something evil to happen. I just do it because I think it'll work out better in the long run, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think that fighting is always the right answer right then.
Yeah.
But also, I just was very scared to lose you guys, and I didn't want that to happen. So, all things considered, I thought that was the best thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, either way, we both had our reasons to do what we wanted to do. I mean, it's, you know, there's sometimes the right answer is never really clear. The path of what's right or wrong is never necessarily clear. There's a lot of decisions I've made that I don't know if I ever did the right thing. I hope I did. Maeve, talking about trust, I don't know if this is really a right decision. I've not told this, but if we're gonna be fully honest and come clear, then, you know, maybe maybe this is the right step. My name isn't Don Ross. He's gonna take he's gonna take a sip of his pint. He's gonna take a sip before he's gonna swallow this in. Yeah, I've told you guys my name was Don Ross, but not true. My name is Andros.
Andros?
Andros. Andros. Yeah.
Okay.
It's dumb. It's a dumb reason why I did it, but I told you a bit of why I'm here, right? Why I ended up here in, this continent.
A little bit.
There's more to it. There was an invasion going on where I come from, my continent, my home. War kind of broke out. I would guess. I was forced to join the military for my tribe when I was only 50 years old, which again, I'm still technically like a young teen for you guys. We didn't have much fighters at the time, so I was kind of just told that, hey, me and Brasa both, we were told to join the military. I was training. I've been trained for 5 years, done a little bit things here and there, but this mission came around, and all I was told is, hey, go scout this area, this place. I didn't know much of what was going on. It was weird at the time, but I went with my dad, Brasta, and a few others from the tribe. Everything went to hell. Just immediately, almost. It was weird. It was. They had way much more training. It felt like. It was a losing fight. Things happened. Brasta died. I don't know if my dad lived or not. I don't know. That's kind of how I left home. I understand how it feels, scared it is to feel like you're gonna lose people. Losing, your best friend and then possibly even more it's not very good. It's scary. It's a very scary feeling. I had a lot home. My family had this amazing girl in my life. And now I don't even know if they're even alive. They could all be dead. It hurts. And I understand that feeling, that deep guilt that goes in you that a decision, anything could just happen, and then you lose someone. It's scary. And something none of us should ever have to go through, but it happens. And I'm sorry if you felt like my decision or what I was thinking was gonna do that, and I don't, yeah. And he's gonna take another drink. He's gonna take another sip of his pint.
I'm just gonna sit next to Don Ross as much as that's possible, because I'm assuming these are separate chairs.
It can be a booth, sure.
I'm just gonna, I can't probably, but I will try. Hug the guy. I'm really sorry, but I think it shows that we do care for each other, that we reacted the way we did. Donros or Ondros? I don't know. What do you want to be called?
Doesn't matter anymore, right? I mean, the secret's out, I guess.
Yeah, but what do you like? Do you still like Ondros better?
Whatever's comfortable for you, I guess. I mean, kind of got accustomed to both, I guess. So.
Okay. Well, if you're telling the rest of them, then I guess it doesn't matter. But anyway, let's just let's pinky promise. There's one thing I do remember is pinky promises. I know it's a little hard for you, but let's do a pinky promise that whatever happens, we always trust each other, even if we maybe not always agree on what the decision is. We trust each other that they've probably got a good reason to do that.
Yeah, that's fine with me. And he's gonna take his big pinky and he's gonna just
Well, lock it in.
Lock it in.
It's like doing a pinky promise with socks.
Yeah, and as you guys do the pinky promise, the Contessa, Arcturus, and Erhard, you guys walk through the tavern doors, and as you guys do, the barmaid looks at you all, now piecing things together. Maybe she just thought there was another Loxodon in town, and she looks at you all and she's like, "Oh, dearies, I have your keys here. Also, if Eragon hasn't told you, the spa's open for you. I've been told to inform you that. But your keys for rooms are here, and the tab is here. Come here." And he's waving towards you, Ondros.
Ondros he looks over, I guess, and he's gonna see everyone else. He's gonna look at Maeve and he's gonna like, "Did you? Is this a group meeting or is something going on? I don't know."
No, you, Loxodon?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
Yes.
Can you come here?
Donar's gonna, hesitantly get up and walk over.
And she passes you 2 gold. There's a tab for your party. I wasn't aware that you were with. You didn't say anything. You see,
You can keep it. Keep it as a personal tip. A personal tip.
You have been a pleasure for us. You have stopped the.
Donald's gonna look her right in the face,
attacking.
and he's gonna keep it.
She shouts.
He's gonna slide it over.
She shouts in the tavern, "These are the people that saved us from these gnolls!" And everyone just starts clapping in the tavern, and they're like, "Hey!" and lifting like the tankards, and even the jester like catches all of the tomatoes and just goes, "Yeah!" And it's like they all just start shouting.
Pick up his his big pint, lift it up to them, and just go, "Have a good rest of your night. And drink with me." And Donald's gonna chug it. He's gonna chug the rest of it.
They're all like cheering and chanting, and they're all well happy about it. And so all 5 of you are together without Shion. You do notice Shion is not here. And yeah.
So, Maeve and Donruss, like the barmaid just told you, there is a spa and hot springs to go to, and also we have suites booked here. That's why we came over here.
Really?
Nice. Great.
I haven't swum in so long. Can we go?
Could go.
I
If
don't think
I
that's
promise to
what
buy
that
Arcturus a drink, though.
I don't know
First.
what that is. Maybe.
Let's.
I think some food would be nice.
They do actually have a few beverages at the spa.
Oh, do they?
Not that I wouldn't want you to be here, but it's a tab. You
You
can
can
pay-
always come back over here.
They have
we can
expensive
come back
drinks
later.
at a spa, so
It's all
And some
included.
food?
Sure, let's
There are refreshments there also.
Do we know where?
go party in the
Do we know where
spa.
Shion went? By the way, do we know where Shion went?
Shion went to go get a massage already.
Okay, I have something to tell all you guys, as a group.
Well then, let's go over and chill in the spa. Have some refreshments.
Yeah, you can tell
Party
Shion
some.
with us.
Yeah, of course.
we can use
And-
some rest, guys. We can use some rest. Come on, let's
Yeah.
go.
And yeah, you guys start heading towards the spa.
Can I, like, I don't know, at the whole cheering and whatever, and then I hear like free refreshments and spa and everything. I would like to like start like playing my flute, just like having like a very cheerful and almost like a victory march over to the spa. And
Roll me a performance check with advantage.
Before I leave too, I'm just gonna be like around for everyone as I leave.
We have a tab,
great.
so yeah.
On Aragon's tab, yes.
We are
Yeah,
quite
no
heavy
problem.
drinkers, I guess.
They're well happy. You've just saved their lives. You're now buying them around. They're so happy. What did you roll? Let me have a quick look. Oh, a 19. Yeah, it definitely lifts the spirits. A few of them start dancing. They're pushing the tables to one side. They're linking arms and dancing around in circles. They're clanking their tankards together. They're having a whale of a time. And then you all leave. And yeah, as you guys walk out of the tavern and head towards the spa, you see the gentleman there, the same as
Galoin coming
Shion
with
did.
Is Galoin coming with us?
Do you invite Galoin?
Yes,
Sure.
I kind of thought I was doing that too.
Nobody
Yeah.
did, so
Don Ross is actually going to provide Galoin a seat on his shoulder for the walkover.
yeah, like he was with Don Ross. And
Yeah.
I thought, yeah.
No
Don's
worries,
gonna
then
lift him
yeah,
up.
you take Galoin as well, and all of you are in better spirits than when you arrived in town.
quick question.
Yeah.
Where's Socks?
Socks is with Maeve.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we leave him in the tavern.
You return, he's just smashed in the tavern, absolutely like drunk out of his head. Yeah, but no, you guys get to the spa, and as you do, you can just hear someone clicking in the back, and then you hear Shion's voice saying something along the lines of "more grapes" or something like that. I imagine someone brings out a platter of grapes and cheeses for Shion.
Donna's going to look at everyone and he's like, does she think everyone's like her servant? Or like, does she just think everyone's at her bidding? Or does she not know this is not her home? Like,
He's enjoying the free stuff that we're getting tonight.
yeah, I'm gonna let her.
I
have
think
it.
we should all do that too.
I'm just gonna let her. have it.
let's give her that for tonight.
Yeah, it's fine.
And yeah, as you approach the gentleman, he addresses you all and says, "Would you like to share the pause tonight, or would you like to split men and women?"
Well,
Wait.
is Lady Shion dressed?
I believe she's in the spring already.
Wait. So
Shared one?
I'm looking at Maeve like, what do you think?
wait, you guys split things here?
Yeah. Why would you split a pool? How do
Yeah.
you split a
Well,
pool?
by all means, yes. And he leads you towards the pool that Shion's in.
Yes,
And yet,
just
Shion, you just see the entire party come round the corner.
Naked.
I was literally with like grapes. I was literally sitting like that, and there goes my rest.
I could see
I
I could
was-
see your eyes rolling from here and just like
And they didn't hear that because it was like sort of mumbling, "Oh, there goes my rest," and then I sort of smile at you because I'm still zen.
Well, I'm
Naked, right?
still playing my victory
She-
chant. Yeah.
She is below the water, so you just see the top half of her, and the water's got like some sort of like
I was gonna say, are we naked?
No, you're dressed at the moment. Yes, you're dressed at the moment.
Why
There
is
are
this a
changing rooms.
conversation?
Yeah, I know, right? You guys walk into the
Sorry,
spa
weird.
and you go towards the changing room. You all get changed and you all get into the water without having to see each other bits and pieces. And yeah, you're all enjoying yourself, relaxing in the spa. And that is where we will cut to a break because I think that's a perfect time. As you all enjoy free wine, free cheese, and free grapes. As you all just relax in the very nice hot spring. So guys, we'll be back in like 5-ish minutes. Don't go anywhere. We will be back to see what the party get up to next. So yeah, goodbye. See you in 5. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Bye.
No.
welcome back. We have had our little break. You do not want to know what we were chatting about. It was pretty crazy. It was fitting for this group. Let's put it that way. It went a little on the wild side. Yeah, it was a good laugh. But yeah, we are back. Welcome back, guys. Let us know in the chat what drinks, what snacks, and all those good things that you've got. I can see a few people with snacks and drinks here. Look, we got them everywhere. Sponsorships if you want to. And yeah, we got all those good things all about. Oh, Pepsi, god damn, we don't want to. Damn, wait, have we got the rivalries going? Holy cow! Oh, god damn, we got them both on the same stream.
We bring them all
for
together.
free, so.
Ah, got it. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, good job, Tim. Good job. But yes, we are back. Oh god, what the? Wait, have you got cereal? Okay, cool. Not gonna question it.
Resealable.
Flakes.
That is so strange. But yeah, we are as chaotic as ever, as you can clearly tell. But you guys are all currently within the milky, soapy water of the hot springs, which is slightly bubbling due to the heat, and it is a very, very nice, relaxing time as you all just sit there or lay there or whatever you're doing in this hot spring, staring up at the stars, talking to one another, as we cut back to the group with little socks in a cup of the water on the side of the spa. He's enjoying himself, and Galoin also in there with you all, looking a little bit nervous as he's never seen you all this personal before. But yeah, the group of you are sat in these hot springs. What are you guys doing?
I believe Don Ross had something to tell us.
Don't call me Don Ross.
Well, we don't know you. You're different.
With everyone.
I have to be honest. I've already told Galoin and Maeve. Yeah, I've told them my real name. It's Andros. It's my real name.
What?
Yeah.
Andros.
As I sort of compute that, I say, oh, that's just Donros spelled differently, isn't it? Clever. You
Listen.
can call me Nochi from now on.
I get it. It's funny. I get it. I didn't know there was not going to be any Loxodons around here, so I kind of thought I needed to be a little bit more discreet. I didn't want to get noticed, so I just went with the different spelling of my name. Simple, but it was quick thinking.
As we still look up at him, I'm like, it's kind of hard to miss you.
Listen, all right, back where I'm from, this is a normal thing to see, all right? I'm normal where I'm from. The only thing different was elves, and let me tell you,
We had elves.
wow. Yeah, I mean, we had, elves there. Yeah, beautiful elf. Oh man.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Andros.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah, that's my thing.
Well, I'm Erhard.
I figured.
I'm Contessa.
I figured you guys didn't change your names, but I was the only one.
I'm Arcturus.
I did the same thing when he told me to.
Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it.
Well, you never know.
Why was it shocked that there was elves in Fortis?
Just thought maybe there was only elephant people over there.
No.
Lots
That's
of
where-
ends.
Listen, no. Definitely, we had elves. We definitely had elves. That was actually one of my Bross would say more of a boo thing, but it wasn't really. It was a very friendship that should have. Well, if I had a chance, it would have been way more. But yeah, the elves usually visited our tribe a lot. Like, we worked with them quite a lot. We had a good relationship with these elves. One of them I fell in love with. Her name was Naughty. And she was definitely a very, very good friend of mine. We had an off and on thing throughout the years, but never really became anything big. She was really good. She was really nice, really good person.
So what happened in the end? Because I don't believe you told us, but
What do you mean? What happened in the end?
Well, how did you get here?
how did you get here exactly? You never told us this, I don't think.
Oh, I already told Maeve. Do I have to go? Okay, I'm gonna keep it short this time. I already told Maeve the whole thing. But essentially, a war was breaking out in my land, my continent, and I was drafted into the military, the tribe military. They needed more people to fight. And I was only 50 at the time, which again, young for Loxodon. And I went. I was trained for 5 years. I did a little bit of missions here and there of, honing in my scouting skills. I was a scout with Brasta, and yeah, they sent me out to go check on this threat, and things went south real quick. Brasta was killed. My dad, I don't know what happened to him. He could be dead for all I know. I really don't know. Honestly, I don't even know if any of them are alive. For all I know, Naughty could be dead too. I really don't know anymore. And yeah, after that, I ran away. I haven't been there in 3 years.
Sorry to.
Who invaded your land?
I can't tell you much. It was a very weird group.
It's the Imperium.
The Imperium is what
You would know. You would know.
Yeah. The Imperium. I don't really know much about them per se. They just.
Can Tessa know this?
Roll me a history check. Go ahead. I'd say, yeah, it would kind of make sense maybe you knowing this. You know what, Shion, you could also roll me a history check. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking just
Yep.
that.
I think everyone
Well,
else
why
would
they-
be a little naive to the world around them as opposed to this.
Why they like thinking about that? Can I just extend my sympathies to Andros? Yeah, it's sorry to hear that. I hope you maybe one day can find them again.
The hope, as I don't know. I don't know if if anyone's even alive. I mean, I had my mom, my sister, my grandparents. Loxodons were really big on family. That was kind of what held our whole tribe together, was family, and how close we were. And it's interesting not being able to see their faces.
Damros, why haven't you gone back yet?
It's not because I don't want to go back. It's because if my tribe found out that I abandoned or I ran off, but I was scared, why would they accept in a person who won't die a hero or die in combat?
Because you just told us you're just a teenager. Nobody can blame a teenage boy for doing something that teenage boys do.
Exactly.
Dying for a lost cause is not a great deed. You can always come back stronger.
The tribe leader at the time was very big in creating warriors, which is why I was one of the first ones they drafted. They wanted to, it was a very interesting time. We weren't really sure what we were going up against. The elves at the time, they had their own thing going on. I can't really remember too much. But Donald's gonna pull out his necklace they received from Naughty before he went, and he's just kind of gonna look at it, and it kind of stinks to be thinking about her, especially. If she saw me come back without Brasta, without my dad, and as the only survivor,
But at least you are alive.
How could they ever look at me again?
Andres, I'm sure Naughty would be happy that you're alive. And you know what? I'm happy you finally trust us with this information.
I would like to really quickly interject because some rolls were made just so that these people are aware of some extra things while this conversation's going on. The pair of you actually know the exact same because you both rolled above the DC. The Imperium are a 3 noble houses of Fortis, Central Fortis, that banded together and overthrew the monarchy within Fortis. And what they ended up doing was they pushed out all of those that that served under the monarchy and completely disbanded it and took over themselves. And then people that used to follow the monarchy tried to follow in the Imperium's footsteps and had to pay for their way of power. The Imperium believed that Fortis should be ruled by one nation. The north of Fortis is the Fjellheims. They are more tribalistic people. You would know that they were very against the idea of forming one union and wished to be independent. And also the tribes of the Sands, which was to the south of Fortis, were all small individual tribes that had their own rules and everything. But the Imperium has spread across Fortis, taking more and more control of the land. Shion specifically, you know a little bit extra because of being from Quirin. You know that the Imperium used to trade in slaves with Quirin.
Okay.
But that is only probably the past 5 years. So it's a very recent thing.
Good to know. I'm gonna write that down.
Well, Donros. Ondros.
Yeah.
You know, I've lost I've been disconnected from my parents since I was very young, and I still hope maybe one day I will see them again. So I just want to share that hope with you, that maybe you will see your family, your loved ones, and who knows, maybe we all go together one day.
It's very unlikely my dad made it out. It was terrible what was going on. I don't know what happened to my mom, my mother, in that instance, sister even. The thing about my tribe is that we didn't ever have to prepare for anything big. We had our dealings with other tribes like the elves, of course. But other than that, I mean, we didn't really ever need to join forces for anything big. I would like to think the tribe leader at the time, he knew something was coming, which is why he reached out to the elves so much, and why we had this kind of growing relationship for years before. But I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't even know what happened to my family. I don't even know what happened to the rest of people in my tribe. I don't know if they're all alive or something happened to them.
Maybe sort of say what I've learned, or what you just told me. Like, did you say that the Imperium invaded?
Yeah, they went into our lands.
My family has done some business with them. You want me to pull some strings for you?
If you know what happened to my family and Nadi,
Of course not. However, if I recall correctly, and I know you're very opposed to it, but the Imperium deals in slaves. And you know what most people in most wealthy people in Quirin deal with. There might be a chance we find your family, or at least some family members, back in my homeland. And I say this grudgingly because I still don't like Andros. I guess I can buy them freedom if you would want that.
I would love that.
That is, if we can find them, of which of course I'm not sure.
Right. I understand. I mean, if we find them, I would be in your debt almost. I would hope they would be alright, but I don't know. I don't know if maybe the Imperium maybe my tribe put up too much of a fight, and they because Loxodons were not very stand down-ish kind of tribe. We fight, we stand up. I mean, you guys have seen me. I mean, I don't really back down from much. I'm a very in it kind of person. If I need to fight, I'm fighting, and that's I don't really back down unless I really need to.
It's exactly what the gladiatorial houses in Alakash, the slave houses in Chartusa, it is exactly what they are searching for in a good slave. So there might absolutely be chances that we can find your family. That is, of course, if they even made it across the sea.
Lockton would surprise you. We are not very.
Heavy?
We don't. Well, more so, we're not very. We don't give up. We're not very give up kind of people.
We'll see. As I said, I can do no promises, but if we get to Quirin, because I do intend to go home at some point, if we get there, I might be able to pull some strings for you. See if we can find out more about your family.
I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah.
And if they're not there, Don Ross, I'll go with you to your house back home. We'll go together.
Listen, that's a lot. Listen, as much as I want to go home, knowing possibly what is going on over there, like you guys say, I stick out like a sore thumb. If they see a Loxton just roaming around Fortis, I mean, I don't know. I think that would cause some issues.
Hey, look. You've got the stealth. I've got the wolf. We'll be fine.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Just let's get this mission over with. I've promised. And Donald's gonna look at Shion and kind of get a little serious for a moment. I promised that I'd help you guys on this mission. This orb is. I don't back out on my word. I promise you guys I'd be there. Loyalty to this mission first. We're gonna get you this orb, and then after we can talk about what we need to do with my family or about finding my family.
Very well. You help us, we help you. We have a deal?
Deal.
Now, does anyone else have any tantalizing secrets to divulge?
I was once framed for a horse murder.
Horse murder?
I'll drink to that. And Donald's gonna pull out a drink. I'll drink to that. He's gonna drink.
What do you mean by framed?
Can I? Can Tessa's just gonna inquire more into that?
Yeah.
By who?
And how do you get framed for horse murder?
Well, I was I used to work for a noblewoman who dealt in purebred horses, and there was a white stallion. I used to groom it, feed it, that sort of thing, and one day it wound up dead, and they accused me. That same day, one of the other merchant lords came by and gave me some extra sugar cubes for it. But that's the only abnormality, the only abnormality of the day, and it was dead. And the noblewoman wanted me dead, so I had to go to court. I was found not guilty because there was not enough evidence to frame me, but my name was dragged through mud, and I was jobless. I lost my house. I lost my home. I lost all my belongings. And then Felix took pity on me and gave me this job and knew it would get me out of Karas, so I could start a fresh life. He gave me some coin to start afresh in Arkenvale.
Who was this noble woman?
Oh, it was the horse master in Karas.
Okay.
That was her title.
And imagine, now you're stuck with us.
Yes.
Well, why don't you stick with us, Galoin?
Yeah.
And do what?
I mean, you
keep the horses. You just said you're a horse.
Fight griffins and hags
no.
And demons and devils and
can
gnolls
leave the fighting
and
to us.
Gloin,
hill giants and
Are you not enjoying it?
Gloin, if you think about it, you've been probably the most helpful person on this whole mission. I mean, you've taken care of Socks when we've left. You've taken care of the horse. You've been taking care of, you know, just things of ours. I mean, without you, honestly, what do we? I mean, we have to take everything with us. We put Socks in danger everywhere we went. I mean, you're useful. You're kind of like not like a maid, but like a butler almost, right? You're like someone who helps us out and with the support. You're supportive. You're there. I mean, you talked to me earlier, and honestly, you're kind of like I don't know how to say
Tessa's
this.
just shaking her head.
I had an uncle back in my tribe. Really smart dude. Really smart guy. Really smart locksmith, and he was just so intelligent. You remind me a lot of him. I mean, even though you're smaller, way smaller than him. But you have a lot of wisdom. I appreciate that.
Andros,
What's up, Gloin?
you can stop talking.
So
At this point, it's a bit. The conversations are lengthy and they go more and more less serious. And Arcturus, he's a bit bored. And when Arcturus is bored, something needs to happen. And I still have my wristbands on where I produce my magic through. So under the water, I make a beam of light and I shoot Erhard straight in the face with a blob of water without saying anything, just waiting for the reaction of the group.
Do you do like a condensed burst of like power and it just globule of water just smashes him in the face? Kind of like a water balloon, yeah? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and as all this is happening, Erhard, you're just sat there and then all of a sudden, bam! Like you're just covered in this hot, milky sort of like water and you're just like, what? And everyone like looks around to see what's going on. And I imagine Arcturus is wetting himself. Yeah, he's just wetting himself.
Most definitely.
Does the water turn yellow? Please say no.
No.
I won't say anything. Find out for yourself.
Don Ross is gonna fill up water into his trunk, and he's gonna shoot it at Arcturus.
And now there's a water fight.
I take it as a man. Is that all, guys? Come on. We have a water fight. I can shoot at Shion, but I know a reaction.
Are we kidding?
Exactly. I'm slowly backing off.
Tessa still
I don't
is a
want to
noble,
ruin my
so
perfect face.
I'm kind of just going into a corner of the hot spring.
I joined Contessa in that, like, no, we no.
It sucks with us.
I look around and I get out of the pool, covering myself as much as I can, run off a little bit, turn around, and speed back into the pool and bomb into it. Right into the middle. Cannonball myself into it.
She was gonna turn into a wolf and just.
Yeah.
Imagine a bear.
Yeah, so you full on cannonball into the water, and it sends water everywhere. Shion and Contessa are relatively safe, but a big wave comes towards them of water. But yeah, the rest of you get drenched, absolutely drenched, including Galoin, who actually submerges at some point because of his height. He loses complete balance and control and just goes under, and then appears again a little bit later. And yeah, Socks gets drenched as well. But he's out of the pool in a cup of hot spring water.
I go to the man who was responsible, or like, sort of the caretaker, and I apologize.
Oh, come on, Shion, come on.
No, honestly, it's fine. You kind of saved us.
Donald's gonna pick up his drink. He's gonna finish it. I want more. He's gonna slam the glass down on the side of the pool.
Wait, just be careful with the glasses. We don't want any shards in the water.
I want more.
Of course, don't need to be so demanding. It's on tap. And he brings out a couple more bottles of wine. He brings out another platter of grapes and cheeses. And yeah, you guys
Are you
guys
another
enjoy.
wisdom save at this point?
Constitution saving throw. If you're drinking heavily, anyone that wishes to drink heavily, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
We all know what happened last time I drank heavily.
I need a drink after all that perplexing action happening.
Tesla's.
Okay.
Daisy.
Erhard, Maeve, and Contessa. It's getting to you a little bit. You're feeling a little tipsy. It's quite nice. It's like a buzz. There's like a slight buzz. And yeah, you're just very happy, laughing. Don Ross, it kind of hits you. And you find yourself staring at certain points, not even people, but like past people, a little bit longer than you should. And then you kind of like realize you're like, what is happening to me? Because this is probably the first time, right? Yeah. You're very confused. Your reactions are super slow. Like everything's moving so much slower around you.
Ross is gonna like start picking water in his hands. He's just gonna, he's gonna play around a little bit, and he's gonna look confused as heck. He's gonna look at Maeve, and he's gonna look shocked, like.
Yeah, you can see his pupils are like super big.
I can see this.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just like, don't worry. Look at this. This is the trick. And I grab the cheese and I'm just like, straight into his mouth.
Oh, I looked like I was so cool. Do you think I can do a cannonball? And Don's gonna get out of the pool, cover himself as much as he can.
I run.
He's gonna
run.
Jump in the pool, like big cannonball right in.
Everyone make me a dex save but Don Ross, please. To see how badly affected you are by the water.
Also try and pick up socks before he gets in and like...
Rip Arcturus.
Yeah. Yeah,
Was it
Arcturus.
dex?
Arcturus, I think Don
Arcturus
Ross
deserved it.
I think Don Ross lands on Arcturus.
I think I deserve this. I think I deserve this.
Yeah, Shion, Maeve, and Contessa, the three of you literally jump out of the pool in time and manage to wrap yourselves up. Erhard, you're halfway out of the pool as this wave's hitting you, and you like slip and kind of like fall half back in. Arcturus, you almost get flattened in the pool. You go completely under. I'll also just roll a quick d20 for Galoin, because that'll be funny, right? Yeah, Galoin also goes underwater again, as Arcturus and Galoin see each other under the water for a second, and then manage to get themselves back out. And yeah, Erhard, eventually you manage to climb out of the pool, and yeah, you wrap yourself up. And yeah, currently there is a lot of water on the sides. If Socks hadn't been saved, he'd have probably fell in the pool or out of his pot. And yeah, Don Ross, Arcturus, and Galoin are covered head to toe in the milky, soapy water.
Don Ross is gonna quickly stand up. He's gonna put his hands up. Go!
And when I come up from the water, I just have this massive grin on my face, just loving it how we get all playful and such. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well,
Galoin doggy paddles to the edge and tries to climb out.
on that note, I will just like kind of go to the party like, well guys, see you in the morning. And
Contessa's probably like,
Yeah.
go find a suit.
deal. Someone else can deal with Don Ross. I'm just Contessa's
The
going.
night is young. More to drink.
You're young as Contessa like leaves.
I'm leaving too, and I apologize again, and I saw the place like I had 4 silver coins still somewhere, and I'll just, for your trouble, and dash off before they can say anything in return.
Bye.
More to drink.
Yeah,
I
and
need
you guys finish up in the spa. You all had massages throughout and that sort of thing as well. And yeah, you all gain 10 temporary hit points for the next day.
Oh!
Because you have had a relaxing spa. You have had time to really relax, rejuvenate, and allow your muscles to be full maximum capacity. So in your character sheet, underneath your maximum hit points, there is a bar that says temp HP. Just type 10 in there, and if you take any damage, take away from your temp HP before your normal HP. Yeah, you're fully rejuvenated. And yeah, you guys get that, and that is for the next 24 hours. So until you sleep the next day. Yeah, awesome.
And I reckon we also get our hit points back since we have a long rest.
During the night, you begin drinking. You have more food. It's all free, all free. You guys have a good time. I assume Erhard plays some more music. You guys maybe have a little bit of a dance. The people that are staying up, and yeah, you guys eventually find respite in your rooms.
Does Don Ross ask the lady to dance?
Sure, roll me a persuasion check.
He's kind of drunk.
This makes so much sense.
The issue that you find is that you think you're talking to a lady, but it turns out that it is a very grumpy dwarf. But you've had that much to drink now. You kind of don't realize, and you ask him and you say to him, "Fine lady, would you take my hand for a dance?" And he kind of looks at you like, "You what?" And we cut to you guys getting some rest. You guys you all have double beds. It's the best suites in the house. You guys have perfect beds that you don't have to share with anyone. You have your own rooms, and yeah, you guys get a very comfortable night's rest.
A short question.
Go for it.
Is there any, like, I don't know, something like a library or something in town?
At this time of night, you would know.
No, I'm just in general, like, if we noticed in town, like, in general.
I don't believe there is.
Okay.
Let me just real quickly check my notes. No, there isn't. The closest thing to a library is the Miners Guild Hall, which has books on ores and that sort of thing, but no real like big library.
Yeah, I was more looking for like maybe some spell book collection or I don't know.
I will say, during the night as you begin talking to the locals, they do all inform you that the Tri-Spires in Arkenvale would definitely be a place that you would want to check out.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, I guess just go to bed.
Yeah, you all have a splendid rest. You really do. It's probably the best rest you've had the entire journey so far. And eventually, the sun begins to creep in through the blinds and the curtains as you all awake, and eventually, one by one, come down to the main room, which is a lot tidier and a lot cleaner now, as a full English breakfast is served to everyone, because a full common breakfast, because English is common. A full and common breakfast is fed to you all. Yeah, and it's sat down. There's a variety of breads and dried snacks and that sort of thing as well.
I would imagine Don Ross is really slouched in his chair, and he's kind of like disappointed in himself for last night. And he's kind of playing with his food a little bit, and he's not looking at anybody. He's just kind of just sitting there looking down. Yeah, he probably has a migraine. I think it's probably a little bit of a one. And he's just, he feels last night pretty hard. It's probably the first time he ever got intoxicated or drank that much. And he's taking it full effect right now. He's kind of trying to pick his mind back together for the day. And he's gonna talk to Bros a little bit in his head and be like, I didn't go that crazy, did I?
And before Brasta can speak, you feel someone tap your arm. And you're sat down, and the tap's like at the same sort of height. And as you look to the side, there's a dwarven man stood beside you. And he says, "Next time, buy me a drink before you ask to dance." He pats you on the shoulder, and he leaves the tavern.
Oh god, genius.
Did we see this happen?
Very confused.
You're all there. Yeah.
You not remember what you did last night, Don Ross?
No.
Apparently he made a friend.
You asked the
So you
fine
like dwarves?
lady to dance.
Let's
You like
just.
dwarves?
Sorry.
Is he?
It's that bad and he ran off.
Let's just say you're quite the party animal.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah.
everybody else sleep amazing as well.
It was great. Like, I'm glad we came here.
I feel rejuvenated, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you
feel
for this
very,
suggestion, Contessa. I think we needed this after the
We
battle.
did.
It's not a sunfall spa, but it's surely a close second.
Wait,
Honestly,
Shion, do you have this at home all the time?
Well, not all the time. We do have a bathroom at home, which is smaller than this. But if we really want to go out for relaxation, we go to the resort village of Sunfall. It's very hard to find. It's not on any map, and that is to keep pesky visitors out. Only the locals know of it. I might take you there one day.
Oh, that
One
would
day?
be very nice.
Interesting.
guys, I'm never drinking again.
Oh, you will.
Was this
Yeah.
Don Ross or
Huh?
was this
We-
your character or?
Character,
Yeah.
Andros.
Yep.
Andros
Yeah.
is just he's trying to think to himself, and then after the small man or the big man just said, he's very disappointed. He didn't know what happened, and he's just gonna go, Brasta, whatever happens, you're never allowing me to drink again.
He can hear this now, right? Or is he talking in Loxodon?
I believe he says it out loud, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear him mutter it. He's not like being loud about it, but he's muttering it. Yeah.
It clicks in Contessa's head now that
yeah.
talking to Braxton. Yeah.
And Brasta says nothing. All he does is laugh. That's all you can hear, and it's like a happy, like chuckle
This
laugh.
isn't funny.
Can I just put my hand on Andros's shoulder and just go like, it happens to the best of us, and once in a while, you let your hair down. It's all right.
Right.
Be glad, darling. These feelings you have now only get worse as you age.
Wait, it gets worse? So you're saying when I'm
Oh, yeah.
430 years old, I'm gonna
Eh.
feel this worse?
Yes, a hangover will feel like you have died a million times.
That's crazy.
I'm sure you will stick better with it. You're a big man.
You're a
Yeah,
big boy,
I
you
still,
got
I
this.
still grow a little taller. I still got some room.
You
We'll
know,
make a man out of
done
you.
yet, Don Ross?
I can hey, listen. I can be about 8 feet.
Jesus. This
Yeah.
is just
That's
thinking
big.
like,
I still have a little bit to
Yeah.
go. I don't know how you guys
Okay.
lose me all the time. How do you guys don't know where I go?
I don't know what
Well,
you
it's
do.
like-
You just
When
Yeah.
you sneak off, Don Ross, you could hide behind a bush and we can't see you. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, but you do
like
it.
suck in your gut. What do you do?
It's like magic.
Yeah, well, I was trained. I have 5 years of training under. Well, technically 8.
Does make sense.
Yeah, I have some years of training. I'm when I'm not head hurting or kind of waking up, so I can maybe one day I can show you guys a little bit of what I can do.
Can you show us how to take out dwarves?
What?
No. It's a joke from
Picking up dwarves.
picking up dwarves.
Listen, guys, listen. Let's not speak of this again. If you guys ever meet
Oh, no,
her,
we
if she
will.
if she ever finds out I went to flirt with a dwarven person, oh, she's gonna beat me.
This is
I'm
going to
gonna-
hunt you until the end of days.
She actually taught me. By the way, Naughty, she taught me how to be a scout. She taught me a lot of my stealth skills.
Did she also taught you how to be a dancer?
Actually, she actually is a pretty good dancer. I actually learned a little bit from her. That's why I guess I was trying to dance last night. Yeah, I know my way on a
Must have been a
dance
sight.
floor.
That you do see a figure walk in through the door, which you recognize to be Aragon Blackwater as he walks through the door, and he says, Which one of you is picking up dwarves?
As we kind of just gestured to Andras.
All at the same time.
He like,
Yeah.
Like he did it.
there's an approving nod. He nods in your direction, Andras.
It was an accident. I didn't mean to.
Sure.
I just wanted to show someone my dance skills.
Your wagons are ready. Just so you know.
Do you want?
Brilliant.
Would
Could you?
you mind dancing so I can show off my dance skills?
Are you picking up another man?
I have many important things to be doing today. Dancing, unfortunately, isn't one of them.
So
Eric,
Come back to town, though. Maybe.
Before I go to the wagon, could you take me to see Cecil?
Cecil? Yeah, sure, not a problem.
Cecil, sorry.
Yeah.
Short question, good man. You said you took possession of the houses of the nobles that fled.
Indeed, yeah.
By any chance, any artifacts or any special items that might have been there that could be useful to a party such as ours?
Other than those, to be traded in for coin, unfortunately not.
Also, while we're on the thing of artifacts, have you maybe seen a group of people pass through this village that might have had an item you might not see very often within the past couple of days?
Have I seen a group of people enter the village, town,
Yes. They probably stayed for a night, maybe, and they probably left. It's like a.
that they had an artifaft?
Other than that.
They had axes with the tattoos of axes on their.
That's actually a good point. Yeah. You see anyone come through like that?
No. We've had people passing through, of course, but not a group of people with axes for tattoos.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You've been good help.
Well, not recently, anyway.
Not recently?
They snuck through with all
Well-
the commotion.
A few months back, we had some brigands pass by. They
Like
didn't
going
stop long.
where? In what direction?
Towards grass.
Oh.
Any idea
the
where
other
they
way?
might have come from?
Arkenvale, as far as I'm aware.
So you didn't see them come back through, though?
No.
Is there another...
Kind of because we.
Yeah. Is there another route that possibly leads to Arkenvale that would go around this city? That would get there?
You could go through the, if you go north of Arkenvale and go towards the Wilted Woods, that'll bring you up towards Brackendale, which is a small fishing village. That'll pass down, past the Ashen Peaks, and that'll bring you out towards grass, yeah. That's the only
Is
other
that
way.
longer? Is that a longer...
More dangerous, yeah. The Wilted Woods aren't exactly hospitable. Let's put it
Right.
that way.
Well, we might have to talk about where to go from here.
Well, we have two.
Kind of
things
have to
do.
deliver the
We
wagon
have to
to.
deliver the wagon to, yes, exactly as Contessa said, and afterwards we are going to look for the orb, which is
Orb.
also in the opposite direction of Karas.
Yeah.
But you don't know where exactly it
They
might be.
went to Arkenville, did they not? The people of the Orb?
Yeah, they went to
You know-
Arkenvale.
It would be the most logical conclusion we can get.
Yeah.
It's the only way to go.
Here's the thing that stinks about this, and it's something I've been needing to bring up. Are we trying to go into this city discreet, or we're trying to go in here making a name for ourselves?
I
'Cause
believe.
either or gives us two different they give us essentially they could give us the same conclusion, but
This is the capital, right? That would be
Yeah,
the like.
No
You would be
offense,
searched
darling.
before we even go in.
But
But-
my thing is this. I stick out like a sore thumb, as we've already
Exactly.
noticed. If we're trying to go in there discreet and not really noticed, it's gonna, I mean, if these guys even know that you guys have a possible Loxodon male in this group, because they did see us, I mean, we fought against them, so they know I'm somewhat, I don't know to what extent, but if they find out a Loxodon had entered Arkenvale, they're gonna either run or they're gonna get out, and they would be before we even notice where they went.
Why don't
But
we?
whoever. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, why don't we, when we enter the town, enter separately, and maybe some of us will just walk in as we should. We're there to bring a cart, a wagon, and maybe some of us come in a little more discreetly, a little more sneaky.
It's gonna be
So,
hard.
wait,
for me to do.
yeah.
There's so
Where
many
do we?
people.
Where are we delivering the wagon? Is glowing with us?
Yeah, Galoin begins to explain. Well, we're dropping it off to Yusuf, Felix's uncle.
And
Where
where
is he
does
in
he
the city?
live?
Well, Felix has a shop being
Right.
prepared for sales, and Yusuf's overseeing that, and we've got the cargo for the shop, so it's into the middle of the city.
So going with what Mabe said, I think we should all meet up there, as if we go in separately.
Right.
Why are we going separately?
What if
We have an
Easy
informant.
issue.
guys, we need a plan that works. It's not easy to sneak a Loxodon into the city
Yeah.
walls.
Gloin, could you fit me in one of the wagons in the?
It would search the
We have
wagon.
Onros,
It'll be
there's no
searched.
need for that. We have a different speciality in our midst.
Invisibility.
Invisibility.
Am I looking at Erhard? We can do this.
Before we discuss in that direction, I was thinking the people that robbed Felix, they probably don't know that we're following them, and they also probably don't know what our party looks like because they robbed the place when we were not there, when we were busy at the market.
That is true.
I
They
wouldn't say
wouldn't
they
know about us.
wouldn't. I wouldn't say they wouldn't know where someone's not after them, as I think if you think about it, right, in this kind of situation, if this orb was actually as pricey as it is, it's safe to assume that that person who owned the orb would want it back. So yes, I do think these people know people are after them, but to who is among that is very interesting. But you also got to remember, I'm a person, but there's not really any Loxodons in this as far as I'm tracking in this area. So if I walk in that city and they notice a very different race person entering an area that's not really seen much there, that causes some suspicion.
I don't mean to interrupt, Contessa. I'll leave you to your conversation. I'll wait outside until you're done. Thank you. And Aragon walks back out and stands outside waiting, as he didn't want to interrupt anyone.
Well, it might also be a discussion we can have on the way.
Yeah.
There's a long travel still,
Yeah,
and we should probably get going too.
yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna head out to Aragon quickly.
Follow me. And yeah, he takes you to a small little shop, not too far from where you are, and it is called Petalbrooks, and it is a very like plant-based shop. You can see loads of like flowers and stuff in the windows, and as you walk in, you see a ginger woman with big, fluffy, frizzy sort of hair behind a counter, and she's just like cutting some of the petals off of some of the plant life in here, and you can see all sorts of like plants and different like vials of stuff in here, and she turns to you and she's like, oh, hello there, can I help at all?
Yeah, you could help a boy's life, Cecil. The McAllisters, the boy, I need to see
Yes. Can I ask why?
him. I'm here to potentially heal him.
May I ask how?
I specialize in healing magic that can cure diseases.
Say no more. And she grabs you by the arm and just starts pulling you out of the shop. And she goes a couple of blocks down to a small, relatively modest sort of like house. She begins rapidly knocking on the door when you see Jonathan McAllister open the door, and she just bursts in. She doesn't wait for him to let her in. She just pushes the door open and walks in, dragging you in with her, and takes you straight upstairs into a room. And you see a young boy, no older than maybe, I think I said 7 or 8, just laying in the bed, and he's coughing, and you can see that there are some like boils on him, and he looks very pale. And yeah, she says, do whatever you can. Save this boy's life now.
Can I like Yeah, I'm gonna cure him, but like, was there like a roll for medicine to see what he has?
Yeah, sure, go for it. You can roll me a medicine check.
Did anyone follow him, or her?
Contessa went on her own.
Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely a disease of some sort. You don't know how he's contracted this or how it is contractable. But this boy is clearly sweating profusely. He's having fevers. There are boils going on him. Whether he's been too close to something he shouldn't or eaten something he shouldn't, you're unaware. But yeah, this boy is diseased pretty bad, and without some sort of remedy of some sort, if it goes on too much longer and his body doesn't resist it, he could die.
I'm going to cast Lay on Hands on all 15 hit points.
You only have to use 5 to cure a disease.
Right. Oh, okay. Is it just one disease? Do I know?
I would say yeah, it's like one disease that the boy is suffering from. That way you don't have to use it all up.
Okay. I would do that, but I want to like theoretically cast another to make him feel healthier after that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so you put the first like boost of divine power through him, and this golden light shines from your hands onto the body. And yeah, as you look at him, the boils just seem to disappear. He still looks very pale as he's exhausted and he's like hungry and thirsty, and then you just put the second wave of divine power in him and a little bit of color comes back in his face, and he just like smiles at you, and you can see tears like coming to the corners of his eyes, and he just looks up at you, and then he lays like back comfortably as you can see that there is some form of rest now settling into him. And Jonathan McAllister, who's now stood behind the pair of you, is looking at you both, and you can just see tears streaming down his face of joy just because he's actually found someone capable of doing this. And yeah, he just smiles at you, and he like grabs you to pull you up to your feet, and he just embraces with a big hug and just keeps saying thank you repeatedly as you appear to have saved his son.
And I just hug him back, and I just say, like, very what the hell is the word?
Sympathetically?
Sympathetically.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for trusting me.
No, he saved my life and my son's. I can never repay you. If you ever need a place to stay, then this home is as good as yours.
Keep the town well, John.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. And I will definitely come back if I can. See
Please
how your
do.
boy's doing.
Please do. He'd love to see you. You're like an angel.
Farewell.
Thank you. And yeah, he escorts you out of the house, and Cecil thanks you as well. Yeah, she runs off to her shop, telling you that she will meet you before you leave.
Okay.
And yeah.
Should I go see her now, or to the wagon?
She tells you she'll come meet you before you leave.
Okay, I'll go to the wagon.
Yeah. Do the rest of you go to the wagon?
Yeah.
Yes, I want
Yeah,
to check out
yeah.
the horses.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, there is now a transport wagon that can fit 4 people in the back plus luggage, which will require someone to ride and drive the wagon. It also, they have added 2 additional horses onto Felix's wagon, therefore increasing the speed of that wagon. So you now have 8 horses. They have added feed enough to get you to Arkenvale as well, for the horses. And yeah, Galoin is just brushing them all down before getting ready to set off.
Great.
I immediately sit in the back of one of those wagons.
Actually,
As you sit into the back of one of them, you do notice a chest in the back of one of the wagons, which you wasn't belonging to you before.
A chest? Is it a shiny chest?
I believe that's our reward.
Yeah, as Contessa says that, looking into the back of the wagon, and yeah, you believe it to be your reward.
Great.
So it's like bunch of diamonds or jewelry and stuff, right?
Question about this whole thing. When we get to Arkenvale, are we gonna sell off these horses and this wagon so we can get some money?
Well,
We could travel with this because we wouldn't be able to, because we need,
Right.
because we don't own Felix's wagon.
Yeah.
We should
Okay.
keep the
Felix's
wagon.
2
For
horses,
ourselves.
yeah.
Right. We can keep one of them for ourselves. Sure, that's fine. We're gonna have to find. We're gonna have to. I feel like Maeve is probably the animal handler of the group of us, the one who probably knows their best.
As
So
I'm already petting the horse, I'm like nodding from behind.
I say
like,
we leave these horses in the care of Maeve, and she, we're gonna help her, of course. We're gonna have to probably provide for these animals. So, hope you guys are willing to put some gold.
you
into
can
this.
all poop shovel with me.
Great.
Is Aragon here?
Yeah, he stood by the horses with you.
Wanted to go see Faddington, but I'll just ask, how is Faddington doing?
Yes, Faddington's had a miraculous recovery. He was actually hobbling about the barracks this morning.
Are we taking it with us, right?
So what does he want to do?
He's going to need at least, well, we believed 3 weeks worth of rest, but the rate he's recovering, I think a week or so, and he might be able to walk.
Well, could he go on the back of the wagon?
Yeah.
Would he want to stay here or to come with us?
Yeah.
He could go on the back of the wagon. I don't know if it may disturb the recovery. If the roads are bumpy or you hit a snag of some sort, it might disrupt the breakage.
Let's just wish him well.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
you could always meet him again.
Extend
Yeah.
our good wishes, and maybe we'll see him again.
if you plan on spending some time in Arkenvale, maybe he'll pop in and see you.
Ah, great.
Very good. I'm very proud of him.
The guy went through a lot.
Also, when you're in Arkenvale,
Something you need.
maybe no, not something I need. Well, I guess maybe don't mention too much about what's going on here.
Why?
Well, if they find out that the town is safe, the nobles will come back. If the nobles come back, they will just go back to the
They'll
ways
want
that
their
they
stuff.
were and begin taking charge of this town again. I think, personally, the people that remained, and myself, we deserve something back.
No.
You
I
deserve the
understand.
independence.
Let them sweat a little bit longer.
The nobles can't even come back. The doorknobs aren't even on the doors anymore.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
how did you know about that?
we met.
Let's just say we met the person
thief.
who took all the doorknobs on our
What
way
a
in.
strange
Then he
being.
tried to
Strange,
sell
but I
it to him.
can't hate him.
Why?
Very delightful.
Your secret's safe with us. We won't tell them.
They're
Any
gonna
noble-
know.
Any
They're gonna
noble
know
Clearly
eventually.
didn't know any better.
Yeah, any noble who abandons his own village like that doesn't deserve squat.
As long as
I
we've
kind of cough at that.
as long as we've got a little bit of time,
Enjoy it.
to maybe get our own feet in the ground, and
Yeah.
when they return, they'll be met with not hostility, but a firm hand. Let's say that.
Sure.
Let's be prepared and
yeah.
maybe organize some kind of spokesperson.
Well,
We're
going-
rallying the town to create our own local militia with the remaining guards we have here.
It was
You guys should
good
be independent
working with
here.
you.
Thank you. Yes. No, it was a pleasure. Don Ross, thank you very much for the aid that you provided us, and the rest of you for your aid when you arrived with almost no question. Thank you. Your reward, you will find, is a lot of the jewelry that was left behind, a few pieces of art, and some statues and that sort of thing. If you sell them off in Arkenvale, I'm sure you'll make a pretty penny.
Good. Thank you.
Already
Thank
rummaging.
you.
You're a very noble fighter, and I would be willing to fight with you guys in your town any day.
Well, if you do need anything, you know where we are.
Great. That's great to know.
Always a room here for the saviors of Ashendale.
I hope we didn't spend too much money on your part.
Don't worry about it. It's not my money anyway, really, is it?
You're
didn't-
correct about that.
What we did was just the right thing. We didn't do anything that, you
Well,
guys,
look,
people need a little bit of help.
You saved a lot of people.
Just be safe, and
Yeah,
we'll see
we'll
each
try.
other again.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, as you can imagine, there's plenty to do.
Yeah.
And he
no,
wipes his brow, and he safe travels, friends. And he walks off into the town.
Into the sunset.
Yeah.
Galoin climbs up onto his wagon, and he looks about to see who's going to join him now that Shion's in the other wagon. And he's like looking to see if anyone wishes to join him.
I'll climb up. I'll climb up.
Yeah, you climb up next to Galoin, and then who are the four in the back of the other wagon, and who's gonna drive it?
I believe
Donros?
Maeve was.
I think I'm driving it. Unless anyone else wants to drive the wagon.
Is there enough space for like 2 people in the driver's
4 people
space?
can sit in the back. Two small people can sit on the front. 1 medium-sized person. Okay. Don Ross could fit, but it'd be a little tight.
Don Ross is gonna look at the thing or the wagon, and he's gonna sigh to himself. He's gonna just kind of be like, don't worry, guys. You guys all get comfy. It's probably best I stay out anyway. I'm probably the most stealthy of the group. I'm probably be more useful out here than inside the cart or the wagon anyway.
Don Ross, we're gonna not be going at walking speed. You do.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
We are going to be going fast for quite a while.
Right. You want me to sit uncomfortably inside a wagon?
No, the back.
If you can sit
perfectly. You can
uncomfortable
fit in
for
the
an
back
hour,
It is.
we can
It is
make it
open
much
topped.
better.
The back wagon's open topped.
I think Erhard should maybe sit in front because he had more clear view with Olaf.
Wait. You're gonna make me sit
Theoretically.
inside the inside.
Yeah, it's open. It's just a little. You can all sit together.
It's a loading
go
zone.
into the
It's a
wagon,
pickup.
and he's gonna stand up directly in it to where like he's like his head's out, hanging out of the wagon.
Oh no, it's an open topped
Open,
wagon,
it's open.
which means when you sit,
Yeah.
you have a backrest, but the rest is open.
Oh, okay. He's
Yeah.
gonna sit back there. He's gonna lean
Just
back,
from wagon. There you go.
kick his feet up, and just take out his bow and kind of lay it in his lap just in case they find.
I'm gonna
trouble.
sit beside him just so I don't get a whiff of his feet.
And then Shion and Erhard will sit opposite Don. I assume Shion is sat opposite Contessa and Erhard sat opposite Don Ross because Shion refuses.
That's good.
Cool.
Before we go, or just as a general thing, like because I'm just a bit of a kleptomaniac when it comes to those. In the reward chest, is there anything like since I just picked whatever was in the houses? Is there anything magical that I can detect by any chance?
You're checking the chest? No, there is nothing magical at all. It is primarily coin, jewelry. There are some like alabaster statues, some onyx statues, some candelabras, there are candlesticks. It's basically anything that has a bit of value that they have deemed could be sold or traded to better the town, and they have given you quite a hefty chest full of it.
Speaking of that, also reminds me, have we assumed that we've given Erhard the calling stone to Akana check and figure out what it is, or do we have to actually like do it now?
He can be doing it while you're riding. Yeah, by all means.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I have my owl too. Just saying.
So I
Yes,
guess I will
yes.
just add the calling card to my sheet, should
And do you want to identify that as a ritual? You can do it in the back of the head.
Well, while we ride, yeah.
Sure.
Cecil gonna see me before I leave, or should I?
Yes. Yeah. So you're loading into the wagon. Erhard is doing this, and Cecil does run up to the side of the wagon, and she's quite out of breath as she seems to have been packing what looks to be like a satchel of some sort, and she plops it into your wagon, and she says, "Young lady, what was your name? I never caught it."
It's Contessa Coldstar.
Well, Contessa, Miss Coldstar, this is a herbalism kit. I can't give you much, but if you do ever happen to come across some herbs and such things, maybe you could create some remedies along the way with this kit. It allows you to prune and make some things. You've saved a life here, and hopefully I can aid you in saving lives elsewhere.
This will be plenty useful. I've done a little bit book reading on certain plants. I just never had kits to make.
Well, if you do wish to learn more, Arkenvale has an extensive library. Do check it out. And if you wish to learn more of magic, as I saw your power, maybe have a word with the mages at the Tri-Spires. There's a charge to be permitted entry, but maybe they would allow you in. All you have to do is show them promise.
I'm sure we could show a lot of promise.
I'm positive of it. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I hope to make sure to take care of the boy. Still, I don't know if he's.
Yes, I'll be supplying him with any sort of curatives to raise his vitamin levels and all of that sort of thing. Yes, he needs more energy.
Yes.
Thank you. And she runs back off to her shop.
Donald's gonna make a snarky remark to Arcturus. He's gonna be, you guys keep getting items, like cool stuff. All I get is a rapier. A normal rapier.
I gave that to you.
Why y'all
What do
get
you
these
mean?
cool
I
items?
just got a. I gave that
Y'all
to
get
you.
special items.
You weren't with us, Andros.
Can go
You have a
invisible.
fancy hat.
The
Don't
other
ask.
one.
I bought you a hat and a rapier. What else do you
I
want?
love the hat. I love the hat. The hat's really dope. I do like
And I gave you apples.
apples. Shush. I like the hat a lot. The rapier's cool, but y'all got magical shit. When do I get something magical? Do I get something that helps me go more invisible, like more stealth? Do I get like these cool daggers that when I stab stuff with it, like fire explodes from inside them? I want stuff like that. That sounds cool.
You buy them.
As he ran through all this, I sort of tossed the golden pen that I bought from our little friend, and I sort of toss it to him. Like, here you go, darling.
It's a gold pen.
Enjoy.
Thank you. And Donald's gonna go
Very
in
tiny.
to hug Shion. He's gonna go in and give her a hug.
Poor wagon's gonna topple.
Yeah, it definitely rocks a little as you move.
Don Ross, if you ever need any help, I'm sure we can also find you some nice things.
You guys gave me some stuff. Shion gave me a present. That's so nice.
Well, I think at this point that Goloin and me are like looking back at the other card, like, what are you guys doing?
Yo, Arcturus, Maeve
Andros
and
is doing
Shion.
it.
Maeve and Shion gives me stuff. They're so nice.
What did they give you?
Can you? Shion gave me this gold pen.
Good, now you can write magical things.
Matt, I don't know magic.
You wouldn't get it.
I don't understand.
I don't get it either. But sure.
Let's head on.
And then Donald's gonna.
As
take
Galoin
his-
just watched the horses to move, and yeah, Maeve, you then realize the other carriage has started going, and you're like, how do you want to make these horses move?
Oh shit.
I mean, am I speaking as Maeve or?
You tell me.
You have talking to
I would like to think that Maeve at this point, regardless of who Jane is in private life, but I would like to think that Maeve at this point, as a druid who can speak to animals, has figured out how to get these horses to start going forwards without having to yeehaw them.
Well,
And they just move off.
you do have an ability.
I know, but do I really need to use it for this?
Up to you.
You can use it
Yeah,
for
why
free.
not? Why not? I can use it once a day, but I wanna to create the bond straight away. Even though, okay, we'll do it. I'll have a
Roll
chat.
me an animal handling check with advantage because you have used the spell. And if this is a good roll, you teach them a command, which it is. You teach them a command in common that I'll say for you, Sylvan, that when you say a word in Sylvan, they know to start moving. So that way you never have to cast the spell again, because now you have taught them a word to make them move.
Will we all know that? Or will they react? Like, since I can hear that probably as well.
You understand it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say, yeah, Maeve probably tells you it anyway.
Well, would the horses react if I said it, for instance?
You'll have to try, wouldn't you?
Oh, okay.
I'm going to make the command exactly what it was when I did it in real life, because it was a little inside joke.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be Yip Yip Appa.
So you say
Let's
in
fly off.
Sylvan, Yip
Yip.
Yip Appa, and the four
Yeah.
horses begin moving. Yeah.
Well, luckily they don't fly.
Speaking of, are we gonna name the horses?
You just
No,
Yip
because
Yip
then we get attached.
Appa.
I wanna name one. After Aragon. I think he was cool. I think he was a good dude.
Sure.
Did you redeem it in Onion's chat?
NPC now. Okay, that's good.
But yeah, you manage to make the horses move as you all begin leaving the town of Ashendale.
Quick question: Do they say anything back? I was expecting a conversation.
Oh, you want me to roleplay as horses?
Yes. I do.
We definitely want to see that.
Sure, I will do one horse, which will be the lead horse, because they're like a gang now. So the lead horse looks at you and he's like, "Sup?"
I stand. I'm assuming this is before I get on the wagon.
Yep.
I'm standing in front of each other. I'm like, right. Look, buddy. I know it seems really weird to just not ask you and put you in this harness and just expect you to pull us just to wherever we really want, but I will make sure you get the best hay I can find. I will make sure you can get the best carrots. If I can get a hold of them, if you get your friends to help my friends, and we get through this together.
Sounds good.
All right.
You get me hay, I take you places, you know?
What a player!
Yeah, sounds good. And I'll
Hey, what's your name, little lady?
Why are you from South London?
In it, fam.
I'm gonna do a thing. You're not gonna know, Onion, but I'm gonna scratch your withers, and you're gonna uncontrollably not be able to move your upper lip, because that's what happened.
Well,
Because that's what they do. So there you go. It's a love thing.
Do we see that she's having a conversation with a horse?
You don't understand it, no.
But we see that she's talking to the.
Oh yeah, she's talking to the
And
horse.
the horse is
like,
making noises back.
horse is like,
Yeah,
I was just meaning to
I
ask,
was
can you try to do that conversation in our language?
I was gonna look at Shion, and he's just
Do
gonna
I
look at
sound
her,
like a horse?
no,
and he's just gonna look at her, and he's gonna go, and y'all thought I'm the crazy one for talking to dead people?
Do I hear him say that?
I think as Don Ross says, and you think I'm the crazy one for talking to dead people, that is where the curtains close and the session ends. So yeah, that was it, guys. That was session 13 of Natural Havoc. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. We are coming up to the end of an act, which is very exciting because you guys are finally going to be arriving at the capital city after traveling for nearly a full week now together. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So next week we are going to have the road to Arkenvale and maybe a bit in Arkenvale. We'll see, won't we? So I am very excited for that. You don't want to miss it. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. The spa thing was hilarious. The drinking was great. I loved it. It was such a good session. Very, very fun to participate in and just to see you guys roleplay and that sort of thing. You guys have come such a long way. Like at the start, some of you were a little bit like awkward about doing certain things and now you just go for it. I love it. It's so good. I absolutely love it. The energy's fantastic. So thank you very much, guys, for just being amazing. But yeah, we're going to go round the room and we're going to shout people out. So as always, we're going to start with the birthday girl herself. Bow, 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 bow. Take it away, Smitty.
Thank you, everybody that was here tonight. I really enjoyed this session. I thought it was a lot of fun. We did a lot of emotional bonding, and that is also important sometimes. And everybody that said happy birthday, I saw you in the chat. Thank you. And all that good stuff aside, you can find me over on Twitch doing a lot of Breath of the Wild at the moment. And also over at these lovely people's channels as well when I can be, but I have work too. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, and over to, I don't know.
We're gonna go in a crazy order. Let's go with Lan. Lan, take it away. You weren't expecting that one, were you?
No, I had to unmute. Like, I'm doing all these things. Anyway, yeah, I'm the female half of Team Logic NL. You can find me at, well, Team Logic NL and the Eagle Outlaw. Don't forget that. I play a variety of games, mainly RimWorld and Dragon Age and... Oh. Never mind what I have to say. Follow Team Logic. It's tons of fun. Anyway, great session. Love you all.
Rip his chair, Jesus.
Yeah.
Just,
like, what?
you've
No.
just bought that chair. What are you doing? And yeah, next up we're gonna go with Creed. Take it away.
You know, I'm disbanding my channel, and I'm combining my channel with the Eagle Outlaws now. I am now the Eagle Outlaw. No, but in all seriousness, you can find me at Guildmaster Creed playing a bunch of different games.
Awesome, and let's go with Eagle, because now he needs a new chair. Take it away.
Nope.
Doing.
Nope.
I
Can't
am
hear you.
the Eagle
Cannot
Outlaw.
hear you.
Too much energy for your mic.
Oh, my bad. I am the Eagle Outlaw. We'll do this ASMR style. How you guys doing today? My name's Eagle. I play Don Ross. I'm over on the Eagle Outlaw. You guys can see me playing Pokemon and a lot of different games. And yeah, it's been a great time hanging out with you guys. Onion, you look really, really good today. Happy birthday, Smitty. And you guys all look lovely. And I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Arara.
Brilliant. And Tim, go.
Yay! No, guys, thank you so much for today. It was awesome. We had a bunch of fun with those lunatics. It was absolutely wonderful. I am the male half of Team Logic now, and you can find me every Saturday and Tuesday on our own channel, every Friday on this channel with this lovely lady on Monday. And make sure to join RimWorld tomorrow, and we might play some Pokemon in the future. The new game's coming up next week or the week after. I forgot, week after that. But make sure to be there.
Awesome, and Zeb, take it away.
Well, you can find me on Agent Zeb, usually Monday to Friday, 8 to 12 in the morning, and I play a variety of games. Yeah, right. And yeah, a lot of Wildermyth, Monday, Tuesday, The Witcher, Wednesday and Friday, and Thursday we're playing Tomb Raider at the moment. So 2 trilogy games and a very fun, RPG game.
Yeah, and don't forget to go follow Age as well, because Age is a really good streamer that's been helping us. I'm joking. Tim accidentally shouted out at Age. So, yes,
yeah, I was
anyway.
about to shout Agent Zeb out, but I didn't
got
go
too
further
excited.
with Age. So join Age. He's amazing.
Yeah, Age is a great guy. Or gal, yeah. But yes, we do all the things and the dirt and durs over here. But yeah, if you like some mediocre Pokemon content and mediocre RPG content and all that jazz, I do like variety games, mainly Pokemon at the minute, but all sorts of things really. You can come and check me out over on The Onion Soup. But that is it for today. That is us. We have had a splendid, wonderful time on Smitty's birthday, and yeah, thank you all for joining us. So thank you very much, guys. Take care. Much love. See you guys later. Don't forget to check out the YouTube socials and all that jazz. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.